And it's a high school football Thursday night live from Seven Ranges Entertainment in Steubenville. Don Sloan alongside Bill Phillips. And it is Sports Friday on the go, high school football media days.
I'll tell you what, the first media days was Wednesday at the Highlands. What a great facility the Highlands is, and everything that they have. It was absolutely fantastic. Met a lot of coaches, players, talked some football. And now tonight we shift our location. We end up in Steubenville at Seven Ranges Entertainment. Another great facility, and we have more great teams and coaches to talk about tonight. I can't wait.
On tonight from 5 until 8 p.m. on all your social media channels as well as Fox 9 Live. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors. This first hour we will be talking Ohio, and we're going to start off looking at Ohio Division III Region 11 as we check out some of the region's 4 area teams, and Steubenville Big Red in that Ohio Division III Region 11. Along with Dover, New Philadelphia, and Carrollton, as I just pulled a muscle there in the first minute of the show. So we'll be hearing from
that lat.
Yeah, we'll be hearing from Dover and New Philadelphia this hour. Big Red later in the show. Let's move on now to Division 4, Region 15.
Indian Creek, Beaver Local, Indian Valley, East Liverpool, and Cambridge, Region 15.
And Beaver Local joins us this hour, and our first team tonight will be from Division 5, Region 17, the St. Clairsville Red Devils. And the Red Devils are in the house.
They are in
They're
the house.
ready to go. So we'll hear from St. Clairsville, then later on tonight, Buckeye Local and Harrison Central. We're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll be joined by the head coach of the St. Clairsville Red Devils.
When disasters strike, the Ohio Valley is at its best. The unprecedented floods have been devastating. What has been lost can never be replaced, but it has moved our region to help reclaim, repair, and restore. WTOV9 and the United Way wanted to help bring relief to our neighbors in Ohio County. In times of despair, we come together to help each other. Follow the QR code to continue to donate to the disaster relief. Thank you for donating, and thank you to the first responders and emergency services who risked their lives to save others.
McAdoo's West in Dallas Pike is now open and ready to serve you 24/7. From flatbeds, light-duty and heavy-duty tow trucks to rotator wreckers, specialty trailers, and 40 to 300-ton cranes, we have the tools for any job. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
Goldberg, Persky, and White has helped thousands of victims of asbestos exposure. But who exactly are these victims? They're more than steel workers, chemical plant workers, and other tradesmen. They're your family, friends, neighbors, even you. Hardworking individuals who are now suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma. GPW attorneys understand the personal toll these illnesses take and work to secure justice for victims and their families. For a free consultation, call 1-800-COMPLEX or visit gpwlaw.com.
There's a Vermeer 504R Series baler for every size of hay operation. Are you a part-time hay producer looking for a baler with minimal setup? Go with the 504R Classic baler. Or maybe you're a high-output operator looking for the latest technology. It'll be the 504R Premium baler for you. If you're somewhere in between, that's where the 504R Signature baler comes in. Each one comes with a Vermeer 3-year pickup warranty.
See your local dealer. D&J Sales and Service 8 miles west of Cadiz on State Route 22.
Family owned and operated in the tri-state area since 1965, McAdoo's West is now open in Dallas Pike. With 24/7 service and fast response times, we'll keep your vehicles and projects rolling on schedule, no matter the size. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
And we're back live at Seven Ranges Entertainment, and it is Sports Friday on the go. High school football media days. Some of our sponsors tonight, Powers Defensive Tactics. Powers Defensive Tactics, where gun sales meet expert training. West Virginia Northern Community College. Fall semester starts August 25th at West Virginia Northern. Choose from programs in healthcare, business, and the trades. Register now and take the next step toward your future. And the Glessner Group, your trusted team for accounting. We are joined now by the St. Clairsville Red Devils and Coach
indeed.
Brett McClain.
Coach, how are you tonight? The wind picked up. Apparently, they knew the Red Devils were blowing into town. And but tell me about. All right. Not sure what happened there. Everybody's okay.
We're at the Goat House. The restaurant's behind us. I think a plate fell.
So, Coach, tell me about this team. But first, before we get started, introduce the guys that you brought with you tonight.
Well, Dawn, Phil, I brought all seniors with me tonight. To my left here is my son, Sam McClain. Over my shoulder, I've got Caden Clifford, Parker Galloway, Levi Shunk, Grady Gwalkmai, Mason Samniego, Colton Ferguson, Nico Jacob, and Ollie Muley. So great group of guys I brought with me tonight.
Yeah, some
Good
players
job.
making some big plays. Yeah,
That's easier said than done. Chris Lockner, he had trouble last
on
night.
the spot with that.
Before we get to the coach, let's change it up a little bit because we've got Sam sitting there. He's got all the coaches put his head down and went, oh, here we go. So what is it like playing for this guy and just as not only for you but the team? What's he bring to the table every day? We always ask the coaches about what the kids bring to the table. What does he bring to the table for you guys?
Yeah, honestly, it's a gift. A lot of kids grow up dreaming of playing for their dad, and going from being a kid, watching all the playoff games and everything, going from being a manager to a middle schooler to now a high school football player playing for my dad. It's great.
Well, now I've got a tough question.
Okay.
I want you to be honest, okay? Who is the better bass fisherman, your dad or Uncle Mac?
I'd have to say my dad,
Okay, all right. It was close. I think it was
hope
close.
Uncle Mac's watching somewhere right now.
Yeah.
I think it was close. It was a lot closer than
Hesitation there.
And I would give Matt credit. He was on with us last night, and he wouldn't give any details about where you guys fish, what you use, or anything. But I fished with Coach Sleva before, and let me tell you, if you guys ever want to start a bass fishing team, between you and Coach Sleva, you guys could be state champs, man.
I can't talk openly about Coach Sleva because as we sit here, he's on Lake Erie with a limit of walleye in his boat.
I had no doubt. He took me to the script pits, and he really showed me some good spots.
All right, well, we get away from fishing a little bit. Let's talk football.
Yeah.
Coach, you guys have been on a roll. I mean, the program has been rolling along, deep playoff runs. What is this group going to bring to the table to continue that tradition? That's that foundation. That's just keeps building on that foundation.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I appreciate you saying those things. I mean, we're flattered, but we have been lucky to have great players, great kids, great coaches, great families, a good support system. It takes a lot to make any football season go off, but to make one go off and be successful. We have a motto, a philosophy, together. We wear a shirt, and the first day I got the job, I told everyone in St. C, I'm not doing this on my own. Like, if we want to be good, it's going to take the whole town, the whole community, and that's led us to great places. I hope we continue to do that. These guys standing behind me, they're seniors. They've grown up under that philosophy in that program. I think if we have that core, and they push, we're going to be fine. We have a team that's young. We have a lot of great seniors that graduated this year. But these guys here are ready to fill those shoes. They got a lot of great experience on a team last year that went pretty deep in the playoffs. I think a lot of them in a way have waited their turn because they had some good players in front of them to get their chance to go play on Friday night and show what they can do.
How much will you lean on that senior leadership where maybe at practice, hey, I can go work with a couple younger guys that might be struggling on something, and you've got these guys where you can go, they're good, they can run that drill, they can get it done, and obviously have a great coaching staff too. So
honestly, Bill, I'd say every minute of every day because it's not just when they're with me on the field, but it's when they're out being who they are on their own. These guys got to make sure that they're leading our kids in the right direction, our program, setting examples, being good leaders in our community. That means a lot. They don't realize how much I have 4 sons. I got a 7-year-old at home. He come to practice this morning, and then he's in the driveway when we get home, emulating these guys. He's making catches and saying their names, and they don't realize that they're superheroes to those guys, and that's really important to carry themselves.
I'm going to steamroll Don here and ask you another question. You talk about that, the younger generation. You talk about the guys coming up and have you seen that since you've arrived in St. Clairsville, and it's the expectation year after year gets higher and higher and higher because guys that are 7 years old are going, I want to be that Red Devil that scores a winning touchdown. I want to be the one that goes to the state championship game. I want to do this.
Definitely has, and this will age me, but these guys weren't born. And when I started coaching, 7 years into it before they showed up. So, he was at a playoff game the second day he was alive, sitting in a van watching with Mom. So, they've been around it a lot, I hope. I think that's what kids in our town, we have a youth camp coming up here in a couple weeks. That's always a huge week for us where we have 3rd through 8th graders at camp. We're always wanting to promote the next generation and keep the ball rolling and keep it. It's not easy. It's fragile. Success is fragile. We want kids to want to get here and wear that red and gray jersey on Friday nights.
What do you expect this team to be able to do well in football terms?
Well, that's a great question. You know, we're learning ourselves, and we're not behind, but we don't do as much as maybe others do in the month of June on the field. We're still kind of in our off-season preparation in the month of June. So July is where we really hit the ground running. I mean, we've dabbled a little on the turf, but, you know, our camp and instructional time's coming, and that's where I'll really get a grasp, you know, and we'll find ourselves. I think the biggest thing that there's going to be a lot of different role players on this team this year. It's not going to be a one-trick pony, a one-man show by any means. A lot of them are going to get out there, and, you know, Ollie Muley, for example, there's a senior making a catch. You know, he saw a lot of action last year in 14 games, and, you know, he can give us a little bit of both running back and split out as an X and Z. He's a good returner for us as a punt and kick return guy, and also a returning starter in our secondary. So, you know, I've got a couple of seniors here that played in our secondary last year, and as an old DB, I'm going to have high expectations for them. You know, that's really, I was a defensive coach when I first started and played defense in school. So, you know, I put a lot of pressure on them.
Tell me about your offensive and defensive lines, because you know better than anybody else. You win with the guys up front.
Yep.
What's the group like that you have on both sides of the ball?
Honestly, you know, on the offensive side of the ball, it's a rebuild. I mean, we have an anchor coming back, and Mason Wilt, who started as a junior or as a sophomore, will be a junior now. And Mason's got a lot of recognition, a lot of attention. He actually got an Ohio State offer a week ago. So, you know, that's where it starts up front. The other 4 spots, there's 7 or 8 guys, no doubt, that can compete right this second to be that guy on the first snap of the game. And then we return a couple of D tackles, an all-state defensive end, you know, that they have the experience, but we need the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th. It's a long season, so we got to build that depth.
Well, time for a first break, and I want to tell you about M&M Hardware. You got the burgers? Well, they've got the grills. Shop local at M&M Hardware for all your summertime grilling needs. And CA House Music. Come to CA House Music and play music for life. And speaking of which, up next, we'll tell you all about this year's edition of the St. Clairsville Marching Band.
Yes, we've got the brands. Yes, we've got the deals.
Yes, we've got the inventory, but what sets us apart? Our people. 46 musicians on staff with 563 years of combined real-world experience.
We're more than just a store, so get off the screen, get in the car, and come to the CA House Music location nearest you. Talk gear, swap stories, get advice, and play music for life.
With everything from excavators and skid steers with attachments to floor sanders and carpet cleaners, Tricor has over 300 rental items that you need to complete your project. They also sell a full assortment of top-of-the-line hand and power tools, abrasives, fasteners, and many other items to suit your industrial needs. Need something delivered? Tricor also delivers. Located a quarter mile north of Route 70, exit 208 in Morristown, Ohio. No job is too big or small. We have the tools you need.
Hi, I'm Joe from Arisich Heating and Cooling. It could be a hot one this summer. It's my job to keep you cool and comfortable on these hot summer nights.
Escape the summer heat with a new Trane air conditioning system.
Financing available on a Trane air conditioner and furnace.
Call to set up an appointment.
Staying cool in the valley is a cinch with Arisich. Call us today.
At Value Leader Pharmacy, we're committed to bringing you more than just prescriptions. We're bringing you convenience. Whether it's our brand new drive-through window or our large selection of over-the-counter products, we're here to serve your needs.
From fast service to compliance packaging and accessible pharmacists, we're always here to make sure that you get the care that you deserve. Visit us at Value Leader Pharmacy, where service meets satisfaction.
And welcome back to Sports Friday on the Go Thursday night edition. And Coach, St. Clairsville's Marching Band. One word. What do you have for us?
Tradition. Tradition. I think, Justin does a great job with our band. And traditionally, they bring the pride out of our team, our town, our community. Friday nights, rock and roll with them. And I just think they've carried on our traditions very, very well.
Well, courtesy of CA House Music, we're going to hear now from Justin Schwartzweiger and the St. Clairsville Band?
We enjoy playing for everything. We do football games, volleyball games, basketball games, soccer matches. So we try to be at everything that we can be at. So not only do we compete, but we're kind of like, I always say the band's kind of the pulse of the school. We're doing send-offs and pep rallies. We do a lot of community events for the American Legion. They're a big supporter of us, and we're always trying to support our American Legion, our veterans. So anything like that in the community that we're trying to do.
On halftime performances are just like, you know, they're a unique performance because there's so many different kinds of people here. Some people don't really know that much about band, and maybe like this is going to be their time, like, wow, the band, that's a really cool thing that the band does. But there's people that are here for the band, you know, people who aren't, and just that everybody gets like to come and see that, you know, it's a really fun atmosphere to be in, and just like be that avenue that the community sees the band through.
Playing football games specifically is probably what I'm going to talk about, is one of my favorite parts of being in band. It's probably one of the things that draws everyone in band close together, because we're here and like we're being serious about things, but it's also just so much fun. Everyone's like shouting out what stand tune we want to play next. We have our own cheers and dances when the drum line plays their special songs. And I think one of my favorite things is having other people listen to us, not just for them listening to us, because music can bring out emotions in people. And in our case with football games, it's to make them like excited and pumped up and happy about them being here. And I love that we get to provide that opportunity for people.
We have people donate money and support us to compete at the level that we do. It takes a lot of funding, and we do that through sponsorships and donations from the community and businesses that we're really excited about. This upcoming year, we're traveling to Grand Nationals in Indianapolis, same stadium where the Indianapolis Colts play. So, I mean, we're just intertwined with football and doing that, but that's kind of the time for the band kids to do their thing and what they love doing and competing and performing. So we're really looking forward to that in November this year. Grand Nationals is basically the biggest band competition in the country. Over 100 bands from across the country go to that. We've been at a couple times before. The last time we went, we were top 10 in our class, which was really exciting. So we're even looking to push even farther up this year. We have an exciting show this year. We're even playing Metallica in our show this year. So we're excited about that. The kids are pumped about the show. We do very creative shows, maybe a little different than you see sometimes in the Ohio Valley, where we're kind of doing storytelling and with costuming and props and telling a story throughout the show with our music and movement.
This is going to be our third time going, which is so exciting because it has been, the 2 times we've went has been the coolest experience. Like, the field is huge and there's so many people there, and everybody's there like because they love band and they're there to support the people that are on the field. And it's just such a cool like experience to perform for a crowd like that.
It's almost overwhelming to be in such a stadium where people come mainly to see us. They aren't just people that showed up for the football game and just decided, hey, why not? Let's watch the halftime. These people are here to see bands. They have a passion for music. And the other part that's really great about it is being able to see other bands from across the nation, especially like AA, AAA, seeing such a large, like almost professional level groups and the things that they're capable of is just amazing. Watching other bands is an experience unlike any other.
We do the competition thing, but during football games, we try to do a lot of, stand tunes and things to get the team fired up. I was thinking today about a time where we were playing, and we were, playing in between plays, and when you're allowed to play. We were playing when you're allowed to play, and the visiting coach was just like not having it, and we were getting in his head. We were losing. I think the team was losing at halftime, and I don't know if the band had anything to do with us winning, but we came back and. I think we're down like 21 at halftime and ended up coming back and the team won. It was pretty cool, but the visiting coach was just really irate about when we were playing and complaining to the refs, but we were doing everything when we're supposed to. But we like to get into the games like that is what I'm saying and try to help the team as much as we can.
as a head football coach, that's your band director saying, look, we're getting in the other team's head. We're getting the other coach mad.
Living rent-free in the other team's head.
Love it.
I'm not going to say there's any strategy shared there. Deny it at all costs.
You know what? I'm finding something out. Him and his brother, they don't, no secrets. They keep them all.
I got one thing, though. You're Mr. Metallica, and they're no Metallica. You got any input into that?
My favorite Metallica song, I don't know, it's real popular with people, is Hero of the Day. If you've heard that or not, Don, but we'll play it up tonight. I can't wait to hear him play the Metallica. I might go out at halftime and watch the show rather than make the adjustments. So.
Well, Bill's going to talk to you about a couple of notes here, then we'll have a break.
That's right. How about Rorik Financial? Sky's the limit for Rorik Financial. Make your dreams a reality with a financial plan. IBEW, local Union 246. Train to electrify.
We'll be back with more of the St. Clairsville Red Devils after this.
At Rorig Financial, we always put you first, making your dreams a reality with a smart financial plan. We work for you, not Wall Street. Whatever you're saving for, college, retirement, a beach house, we can help you and your family throughout your lifetime.
Get your outdoor space ready for summer with a new patio cover from AJ Gray. You won't have to worry about the weather ruining outdoor activities like cookouts, parties, or well-deserved relaxation. Call AJ Gray today, where excellence meets your home, and kick back with your new patio cover.
Happy 4th of July from Powers Defensive Tactics. Your one-stop shop for everything firearms will be closed on the 4th, but come and see us when we reopen, because as a thank you to our customers and our nation, we'll pay sales tax on all sales on the 5th and 6th. We're a Class 3 dealer offering suppressors and free West Virginia handgun transfers. We also buy, sell, trade, and consign used firearms. So come visit Powers Defensive Tactics, your gun and training headquarters, located in Steubenville.
JK Auto Glass is your place for professional auto glass repair or replacement. Our technicians can also recalibrate your forward-facing camera. We're locally owned in Mingo Junction, which means you're taken care of by real people who know your name. We'll even pick up your vehicle and return it to you after your repairs. It couldn't be easier.
For all your glass needs, call JK Auto Glass, where you'll always talk to a live agent, where the difference is clear.
Medicine. Here, it's more than a practice. It's a promise. To get you home sooner and get you back out there. To push the boundaries of what convention says is possible. To stop at nothing, no matter what. That's why medicine is in everything we do.
And welcome back to Seven Ranges Entertainment in Steubenville. Tonight, it is hosting Sports Friday on the go. Thursday night specials. We get you ready for the high school football season with our media days this year with a little bit of a twist as we bring it to you live on Fox 9 and, of course, on all of our streaming platforms. In this section of the show, D&J Sales and Service, your family-owned and operated new and used farm equipment dealer in Cadiz, Ohio.
And with it hot like this, who better to check out than Rumor Loudon? Big enough to get the job done, small enough to care. 3 offices, Moundsville, St. Clairsville, and Barnesville. Just ask Rumor Loudon. Now, first off, quickly, the band, he wasn't lying. That was right. You don't have to come against who, but that did happen in a game.
That's a true story that happened in a playoff football game. So thankfully we were able to turn that scoreboard around and get the win that night. But it was a very memorable night.
One thing with you guys have some snazzy threats, and it's always fun each week. What are they going to wear this week?
That's true.
All kinds of combinations.
It's like the Oregon Ducks of the Ohio Valley.
Yeah, good point.
Well, look good, play good, right now.
That's right.
But I give the credit to my equipment manager, all my, our kids do some fundraising, our booster clubs, and we've done a good job of protecting them through the years where they last us a little bit longer, and the kids enjoy it. I really want to relate to the kids. If that's something that makes them more excited about playing.
3 different uniforms.
Yeah, let's do it.
And you got throwbacks too.
We do have the throwbacks. Hopefully we'll wear them out this year one time.
Well, I'll tell you what, the uniforms, as you said, look good, play good. Sam, tell me about this group right here and what you guys are, what's your goal for this year? Not, the players, as you guys get ready, what are you seeing from this group and the younger guys coming up? What do you see?
I think one main important thing with this group is just get better than the last, every time just get better and better than further expectations. And I think we got a great group of guys that can do that.
Absolutely.
If there's an area of concern, as you're at this point, we're late June, area of concern looking into the year, what's got to develop quicker, you're in trouble.
You're talking to a coach. He's going to say every area is an area of concern.
We got to get 10 football games. That's one.
Well,
that's a big one. Yeah,
that's what keeps me awake at night right now. We're still hunting for a week 2 opponent.
Well, since you brought it up, there it is. Let's take a look. So there's Norwayne.
Yeah.
We got a big TBA August 29th and a TBA October 10th. Now, the 29th, I think, was filled, right?
No, the 10th
is filled.
The 10th is filled. It's a really good. We're going to play Bloom Carroll at home on the 10th at Red Devil Stadium. That's a 7:30 kickoff. We have a great history with Bloom Carroll. Played in a couple regional championship games, played in the playoffs other years. So there'll be a real big test, especially in that spot in the schedule between two big rivals with Belair and Indian Creek ahead and behind. That's going to be a tough week.
Good local flavor. I mean, you got Wheeling
Absolutely.
Park. That'll be a game of the week. Lindsley, another game of the week. Belair, Creek, Cambridge, Liverpool, Lindsley, and Beaver Local, who's our next team up here. So very good local
And if there's
flavor.
any coaches out there watching and you'd like to play St. Clairsville on the 29th of August, you can check out a link on WTOV9.com and we'll get that information to Coach.
Appreciate the plug, Bill.
And we leave with this. If someone's trying to get, where's Norwayne?
So Creston, Norwayne, and we have a huge relationship with them. We played them in the semifinals in 2012. We picked them up last year. I'm actually ex-teammates with their head coach. We played at Mount Union together. Adam Indor's a great guy. We had a whale of a game last year that went down to the wire. And now they're mad, and we got to go there to open the season.
That'll be interesting.
It's going to be a tough test.
Well, thanks for joining us, and we're ready for another timeout. They're the St. Clairsville Red Devils. Up next, the Beavers, the Beaver Local.
At Value Leader Pharmacy, we've made getting your prescriptions easier than ever. Now, with the only drive-thru in Wintersville, you can pick up your medications without leaving the comfort of your car. Plus, enjoy our wide selection of over-the-counter products and services, fast, friendly, and right next door.
Are you in need of compliance packaging or a quick consultation? Our pharmacists are always here for you, ready to help you with personalized care. Visit us today at Value Leader Pharmacy. Your pharmacy, your way.
Tired of paying full price at the pump? With Smith Oil's mobile app, you get rewarded every time you fuel up, get exclusive rewards, and save money all in one place. It's not just about gas. There are even rewards for drinks and more inside the store. Saving money has never been so easy or rewarding. Download the Smith Oil app today and start earning rewards that fuel your journey. Smith Oil, fuel up, save more, smile bigger.
The WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center Breast Care Center, the Ohio Valley's only complete breast center, is expanding with more doctors than ever before, with decades of breast surgery experience and new diagnostic technology, all in one beautiful, calming space. Compassion, excellence, experience, and technology come together every single day here. The WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center Breast Care Center.
Your Severe Weather Team 9 experts are everywhere.
And welcome back to Seven Rangers Entertainment. Tonight, it's Sports Friday on the Go Thursday Night Special. High School Football Media Days brought to you in part by AJ Gray Windows and Doors. Proudly celebrating 75 years in business, AJ Gray offers Provia Windows and Doors in Ohio and West Virginia.
And we're joined now by Beaver Local head coach Mike McKenzie and the Beaver Local Beavers. And, Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight.
We have Wade Foster here. These are all of our seniors. Tyler Plum, Devin Kraft, Nicholas McKenzie, Nate Stahl, Robbie Mara, and Lane Jones.
Coach, they got a serious look to them. They're already, the
locked
game
in.
face is already
We're
on.
locked in, ready to roll.
Ready to roll?
Yeah, game faces are on. We had a little 7-on-7 today, so they're ready to roll.
And that was with who where?
What's that?
How'd it
With
go?
who and where?
We were with Weir. It went good. You know, we're trying to get better. It's a process. We talk about the process a lot and building block by block. So today was a step forward in that direction, and keep going.
Well, speaking of block by block, I'm not sure what week yet, but you guys are going to have the dedication to this incredible field house. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah.
Or weight room.
Yeah. Well, it's a whole. You said it right. Field house, Derek Wolf Field House, and you know, we're going to have a 50-yard indoor field. We're going to have a new football locker room, a new training room, state-of-the-art weight room with all of the Sorenex weight equipment that the Denver Broncos use, and then we'll have a golf simulator up top with a lot of cardio and different equipment there. So it's going to be like unlike anything around here.
What's it mean for guys like Derek Wolf, Jamin Pastor, guys that were stars at Beaver Local, help and contribute to the program?
Oh, I mean, it means a lot. They're the ones that kickstarted this a few years ago. You know, they gave us $1 million, and you know, ready to get our new artificial turf and start a new field house. And then you know, we've been able to put this unbelievable field house together. And so having guys that come back and you know, understand where they came from and keeping that connection with the community and trying to help these guys out because they got out and they're doing great things and saw what you know, what the community and what the school did for them, and so they want to, you know, pay it forward. And you know, given to these guys, it's tremendous honor for us. And you know, hopefully these guys understand that once you leave the program, you know, you're not gone.
Wade, quick question for you: when you hear about guys that are giving back to the program, what's that do for you guys? When, you know, it's like, all right, we've got to represent. It's our time. We need to represent ourselves in our community that's here and now. But when you get that help and you look around and you see a 50-yard indoor facility and you see the new weight room, how does that help in terms of motivation and just want to get it done to make sure you're representing Beaver Local?
Well, I think it just proves like our town, our community cares about our football team, cares about us. We want to make them proud. We want to win games. We want to do good for our area.
Now, Coach gave us the breakdown of the 7-on-7 today, but we want your opinion. We want to how to go today. Did you guys do all right? And where do you go from here? Because the next day, you always want to get better the next day. Do you see room for improvement? And it's June. First game's not until August, so you got some time.
You better answer yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can speak now, though.
Yeah, I think it went pretty well, but there's always obviously stuff to improve on. We're not to where we want to be August. When our first game is.
Yep. Don't want to peak in June. Don't want to peak in June.
Exactly.
What do you expect this year's team to do well in football terms?
You know, we got a fair amount of experience. I think we are going to execute, you know, knowing what we're doing, being assignment perfect, and making sure that we know what we're doing, and then executing that and having that confidence. You know, a lot of these guys have been out there on Friday nights, and it's just a different experience. It's hard to explain to a kid, a player, a young guy who hasn't been out there on a Friday night. And when you're out there in practice, you know, it's easy. Like I could be talking and the guy on the other sideline can hear me. But once you get into a game, there's all that, what I call ambient noise. There's that stadium noise. And so a matter of learning how to communicate, a matter of learning how to focus when it's not quiet, whenever there's all these things going on around you, and learning how to play those Friday nights. We have a lot of those guys who've done it. We have a lot of guys that haven't done it yet that we're counting on, but these guys got to lead in that. You know, whenever the things aren't going wrong, how do we handle it? How do we not panic? How do we rally back together? How do we keep each other together so that we are ready for the next play? There's going to be positives, there's going to be negatives every play or every game.
What can this team hang their hat on?
Being physical, being aggressive. I think we're going to have a good run game. We're going to be a little bit different in not really in schematics, but we'll probably be more of a downhill run team. We have some big running backs. You know, I don't know that we have necessarily the speed guys that we've had. A Caleb White guy, you know, who runs a 10.5, or you know, last year we had Brock, who was pretty explosive. So not that we're taking away any of those plays, but we'll probably rely a little more on our inside zone stuff. We'll rely a little more on our power stuff. And then I think we've got enough weapons on, you know, we have a number of weapons at receiver that, you know, our passing game's still going to be very similar to what we've done. And I think we have a lot of guys that can be playmakers for us.
Let's take a look at this year's schedule. And Cleveland Shaw, and then Brook, and that is a game of the week over at Brook, and you guys always played really good games with them. St. Clairsville, you gave them everything they could handle last year.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Then that's a great program. That's a measuring stick program for us. You know, their sustained success makes them a measuring stick program. And, you know, we were right there in that game. That was one of those weird games. We finished at like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and probably hurt us a little bit in the next week because we turned around and played on a Thursday, and being that, you know, they're physical. They're super physical, and I thought we matched physicality that game. You know, they had a couple more big plays that would really make the difference.
That 1 day of rest really can make a difference.
It can make a difference, absolutely.
Creek and UL, another couple good matchups, but your rivals, East Liverpool, and that was a dandy last year.
That was a good. It was a good game as a fan. Obviously, from our sideline, it was not what we expected, or didn't turn out the way that we wanted to turn out, and you know, there was a lot of funky things that went on that game. But at the end of the day, there were a few plays that we had control of that we didn't control that ended up being the turning point in that game. So, you know, that's always going to be a high energy game. Coach Cusick does a great job. It was the second year, and those kids had a belief in them, and you know, so we obviously a big game for us. But as these guys talk about, and we will talk about, we don't put more effort into one week or the other. You know, it should be the same effort in preparation Saturday through Thursday. What we recognize in those rivalry games is that night's different. The atmosphere is different. Learning how to handle that when you walk out in the field, and instead of, you know, there being 100 people in the stands at 5:30 for warm-ups, there's 1,000 people in the stands. And so that energy that goes on especially from 5:30 to 7 is a big thing, learning how to handle that and how to not be distracted and stay focused and worry about all the other stuff going on.
And thanks for joining us, Mike McKenzie, head coach of Beaver Local, and Beaver Local Liverpool, always a dandy. AJ Gray, Windows and Doors, proudly celebrates 75 years in business. AJ Gray offers Previa windows and doors in Ohio and West Virginia. We'll be back with more of Sports Friday on the go.
I'm Jamie Bordas. At Bordas & Bordas, we understand that car wrecks can be traumatizing in many ways. Medical bills pile up. You may be without a car. You don't know how to deal with the insurance company. We can help. Our goal is to make the process easier so you can focus on your health while we focus on your case. If you need help after a car wreck, give us a call. It would be our privilege to speak with you.
Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice.
Hi, I'm Joe from Arisich Heating and Cooling. It could be a hot one this summer. It's my job to keep you cool and comfortable on these hot summer nights.
Escape the summer heat with a new Trane air conditioning system. Financing available on a Trane air conditioner and furnace. Call to set up an appointment.
Staying cool in the valley is a cinch with Arisich. Call us today.
Seven Rangers Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest venue in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
Medicine. Here, it's more than a practice. It's a promise. To get you home sooner and get you back out there. To push the boundaries of what convention says is possible. To stop at nothing, no matter what. That's why medicine is in everything we do.
Start next. And welcome back to Sports Friday on the Go, High School Football Media Days. And one of our sponsors tonight, Tricor Industrial. Over 300 rental items, hand tools, power tools, and more. Tricor Industrial in Morristown, Ohio. Dan Stevens, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Contact your local agent, Dan Stevens, for auto, home, and life insurance today.
Next time I type it up in big print, let me know I won't, because you keep reading the tiny print and you're struggling.
There you go.
You're struggling.
Like a good neighbor.
State Farm is there. That's right.
Who's our next guy up? It's Mr. Mike Johnson.
That's right.
From the Quakers
New Philadelphia, the Quakers.
Yes, that's right. Go Quakers.
All right. Well, I will say this. One of my favorite stadiums to go to watch a game. That whole
it's unbelievable.
That whole setup is just fantastic.
Well, thank you.
I mean, you drive into town, you get to and I'm looking around going, it doesn't get any better than this.
And let me tell you, I was involved in those and would go speak at the first quarter, second quarter, and the banquets.
Yeah.
Tom Farbizo was a major part of that. Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium, just the renovation there was awesome. Dick Vermeil came and spoke the 1 year. There was a golf tournament with Todd Blackledge and so forth. So, the stadium's awesome. How about this football team? What can you tell me about this edition of the Quakers?
Oh, this edition, it's awesome. We'll pick right up where you left off. It's great. We're really excited about this group of kids. This group of seniors has been hungry, has been working for years, and now this is their year to kind of show who they are and put their stamp on it. So we're really excited about that.
Well, let's tell us who they are. Two of them look like they could have been with the Beach Boys because, man, they got this California flow. It's golden hair, man.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. If you and I could have pulled that, I'm sure we would have. But we got Brody Lindsay's right here. And then we got a couple guys behind him, Vincent Magoni, Caleb Carlisle, Jackson Norris, and Cohen Winters.
Man, Cohen's got
oh my gosh, he's got a great flow.
Man, I'm telling you.
The amount of talk going on about hair around here.
Well, it's the wind.
But I know, but it's last night we talked about flow. Tonight we're talking about flow. But you know what? When it's under the helmet, it's what you bring under that helmet. So
now, come on, we
the hair
can't be
may
the
look
first
good.
People that told you have great hair.
No,
certainly
not the first.
But here you go, Brody. Let me know about this crew. You got a bunch of guys with great hair, but you got a bunch of dogs ready to go out and play this year?
Yes, sir. I think we're going to be pretty good this year.
All right. It was a few words. We're gonna be good.
Yeah. But I think that's kind of how this group is. This senior class has kind of filled in, and a lot of them have played since they were sophomores. So they have good experience, and they filled in with the classes before them. And now it's really exciting, like I said, to see where they go from here. How did they do as leaders with other classes filling around them?
Now Brody knows better than anybody else, so I'm going to ask him this question.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Guys up front, down in the trenches, you guys are the guys that win it.
Yes, sir.
How good's your guys?
I think we're going to be good this year. Especially with Boston missing last year, we're going to, or I guess missing this year, we're going to have a couple guys step up, and I think we have the guys to make that push. So instead of it's just one guy, we're going to have 5 guys at both sides of the ball. 5 guys on offense, 3 guys on defense.
And how important is for the senior group, you guys, to pull those younger guys up and teach them as they go so they hit the ground running week 1? It's June 27th right now, or June 26th. So you've got basically a couple months to get these guys up to speed. How have they improved as you've gone through practices?
I mean, it's almost insane to see, some of the kids walk through the door the first day. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know where to go, who to look at, who to talk to. And then, now, a couple weeks later, they're just almost completely different people.
Coach, he's ready for the broadcast booth.
That's it. He's doing great. Now he's opened up.
Yeah,
I don't know if we'll get him to stop talking.
Probably not.
No, but he's spot on. These guys have done a good job leading these young guys.
Take a look here at some video from last season.
That's CJ right behind us.
Yeah.
That's CJ running that down.
You can tell because he had a big smile as he watched himself run down the field.
Yeah. Well, it's like a highlight video for him.
Big play offense last year. What would you expect this team to be able to do well offensively?
Well, I think we're going to pick up kind of where we left off. We were able to find an identity week 6 starting here at Lindsley with getting the ball out of our hand quick to a bunch of different people. And one of those guys is C.J. Carlisle sitting behind me. And I think that's going to allow us to have success moving forward by our quarterback, just kind of giving him that freedom to get rid of it and get rid of it quick and let our fast guys run. 1,400
yards, 11 touchdowns. Not bad. I hear he's a pretty good return man, too.
As far as a return man, yeah, it's one of our strengths has been special teams. He's put himself, our special teams unit, put us in position offensively to have success. And it's so much easier to score when you're on that side of the 50 already.
Tell me about the defense. Because it's just a habit. People, as the old expression goes, defense wins championships, offense tells you by how much. So the thing is, people just get used to, I want to talk about the offense. I want to see the pretty things. I want to see that. how's your defense going to do at holding those offenses down? So, a tight game now is a 35-34,
Yeah.
where before it was a 14-10. Now,
Right.
it's a different animal, but at the same time, they still have to make the plays. How good is this defense going to be?
Well, we're really excited about our defense. When we look at our defense, we play a three-man front, and we expect our inside linebackers to make a lot of tackles. And Vincent back here had over 100 last year as an inside linebacker.
He looks like an inside linebacker.
He
Ready
is.
to go hit
He
somebody.
is. He's ready all the time.
Yeah.
His counterpart, Caleb Crothers, was a sophomore last year, going to be a junior this year. He had over 100 tackles. So we got guys who are going to finish, and then we got guys up front who spill it between Jackson, Cohen, Brody up front, and a couple other guys on that defensive line. They're going to spill things out and let these
You
guys
got
run
guys
it down.
seeking the contact, not running away
We love
from
it.
it.
Yes.
Let's take a look at your schedule. And Louisville, West Branch, Worcester, Ashland, Mansfield, and it's Lindsley playing Lindsley. It's a pretty good game for you guys.
It was, we're glad to have that matchup. We went down last year to West Lib to play them. It's an absolutely beautiful place, and we're excited to host them at our place because we're very fond of that as well. So it's been a nice matchup.
And, of course, the big closer with Dover wrapping up the year after Lexington and West Holmes. Guys, thanks for joining us. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will be with their rivals, the Dover Tornadoes. You're watching Sports Friday on the go, high school football media days.
I was the first in my family to go to college.
I was looking to switch careers.
I wanted the highest quality, but most affordable option for a degree.
No matter where you are in life, West Virginia Northern Community College can make your dream of a college degree a reality, with over half of our students being first-generation college students and free tuition for many programs. Northern is the right choice for you.
I can go to college. West Virginia Northern Community College. You belong here.
With everything from excavators and skid steers with attachments to floor sanders and carpet cleaners, Tricor has over 300 rental items that you need to complete your project. They also sell a full assortment of top-of-the-line hand and power tools, abrasives, fasteners, and many other items to suit your industrial needs. Need something delivered? Tricor also delivers. Located a quarter mile north of Route 70, exit 208 in Morristown, Ohio. No job is too big or small. We have the tools you need.
JK Auto Glass is your place for professional auto glass repair or replacement. Our technicians can also recalibrate your forward-facing camera. We're locally owned in Mingo Junction, which means you're taken care of by real people who know your name. We'll even pick up your vehicle and return it to you after your repairs. It couldn't be easier.
For all your glass needs, call JK Auto Glass, where you'll always talk to a live agent, where the difference is clear.
Seven Ranges Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest menu in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
Download the Severe Weather Team 9 app today and be prepared.
And welcome back to Seven Ranges Entertainment in Steubenville, the home for tonight's Sports Friday on the go. Media Days, something different on Fox 9 and all of our digital streaming platforms. And we want to thank some of our sponsors for tonight's show. C&R Garage Doors. Have the best team when it comes to garage door needs and services. Call C&R Garage Doors, the real MVP. Aerosich Heating and Cooling. Tackle the heat with Aerosich Heating and Cooling. Don?
And we're joined now by the Dover Tornadoes and first-year head coach Matt Reese. And Matt, you're replacing a legend. I mean, the job that Coach If did at Dover was phenomenal. And who would know better than you? You played for him. And just talk to me about what he's meant to you as a football player and coach.
Coach If has been a significant mentor to me. Helped to guide me to where I was, not just as a football coach, but as an individual. I played for him in the early 2000s and was fortunate enough in 2015 he asked me if I wanted to or had an interest in coming on and coaching. and I had a whole career change because of it. So I was an accountant prior to, got into education and coaching, and been coaching with him ever since. And like I said, he helped mold me as a person when I played for him, helped mold me as a coach when I started coaching for him.
Then you went to college at Mount Union. Bill, he scored a touchdown in a national title game. That's a pretty good claim to
nothing
fame.
better. You win that national title, you hang that banner for life.
But you played for another outstanding coach, Coach Karras. What did he mean to you?
Yeah, Larry Karras, significant figure in my life. Again, not only as a coach and some of the things that I learned from him and reflecting back on my playing career and how he taught us, those are some of the same values that I want to instill in these guys as players, but more importantly as people. So like I said, Coach Karras played a significant role in my life.
Let's introduce these guys.
Sure. So I have Jack Judkins, quarterback. Robbie Koppel, back here, number 6, wide receiver, defensive back. Mason Royer, linebacker, tight end. Cale Oswald, wide receiver, defensive back. And then behind me here, Cam Nauer, offensive and defensive lineman.
Now, we're going to roll some video from last year. And Jack, I had down for 2,600 yards, 23 touchdowns, 65% completion percentage, 541 rushing yards, and 7 touchdowns. Jack, how fun is it to play quarter? Sometimes this Dover offense is like a video game.
Yeah, it's a good time. We run the ball, throw the ball, and we have fun with it. So,
what makes your offensive schemes and so forth so electric? Obviously, you have great skilled guys, but it is a fun offense to watch.
It is. It can be an explosive offense, but we have the capabilities to slow it down when we need to. And one of the biggest things is, and I learned this from Coach Karras, is to maintain balance. And like I said, it doesn't mean every game is going to be 50-50. Some games might be 70-30 run pass. Some games might be 70-30 pass run. But we have that balance, and we do have that ability to go up tempo when we need to, but we have the ability to slow it down when necessary as well.
And
Jack, tell me about the offensive line, because all these numbers, I'm going, line. Now, I'm not taking anything away from your talent, because we watch you and individually sensational.
Yeah.
But that man Cam behind you is a pretty big guy, and I would imagine he opens some pretty good holes. Tell me about the line that you're going to have this year.
they're great. I trust them. We have 3 returners, so
that's critical.
Yeah, and the holes that we have to fill, we'll be fine. Juniors that are experienced, they know what they're doing.
So they've already, as you got some guys that are going to fill in, they already have a taste of what it's like on a Friday night to be in there, be in the fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Coach. You pretty good group up front. And how about the defensive line?
We have a fantastic group. We had some injuries last year. It seemed like for a while there, at least we had one significant injury a week. But with that, others filled in. They filled in early, but they were able to grow from it. They embraced that challenge. They grew as football players, but also they grew as individuals. So we did gain some experience because of that. Obviously, up front, defensive line-wise, we need to be solid up front. We don't have as many returners up front. We don't have as many returners defensively. We do have a few, but as we have more on offense. But, we're going to continue to build. And like I said, we did gain some experience from some of those that are coming back this year due to injury last year.
I have another question for Jack, and this one's about Coach. He's been around the program a long time as assistant coach, and he's right there in the thick of things and everything. Well, now he's the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
You seen any changes in Coach, or is he still the same guy that you've been working with for the past or everybody's been working with since 2015?
He's always been kind of crazy when I was here, but
right. I can attest to that.
I like that. He's definitely upped it up a little bit, a little bit more. He's a little more crazier now.
Okay. All right, I like it. All right,
but we love him. So.
There you go. That's the key right there. Tell me about that, Coach. You don't hear a lot of guys say we love him, but you hear a lot of guys talk about, and coaches talk about family. We're on this journey together. We want, everybody wants to get to the state championship game and win it. That's the goal. But that journey together is what really is the memories and everything that you go look back on.
Yeah, and when you talk about family and being together, we talk about trust, loyalty, and unity. And when you're loyal to your teammates and your teammates can trust you, your coaches can trust you, then you stand united like a family. Mm-hmm. And so that's something that we continue to preach. And talking about earning everything, you earn that trust. And so those are some of the things that, from a coaching standpoint, building those positive relationships. Like I said earlier, I'm fortunate because I'm still in the classroom. So not only do I have them as football players, but I have them as students, and I have had them as students. So I get to know more than just the football player, which I think it's important to kind of know what are your future goals, what are the things you want to do. Let's talk sometimes something other than football.
Yeah.
And this program, and one thing, boy, when Coach Schiff came in, the tradition and everything is so much with you guys, but to play anybody. I mean, next thing, he jumped in early on, played Steubenville Big Red, still played Steubenville Big Red. They went and played Massillon, played Canfield, and played these teams not when they were up, not when it was a down year.
Right, and you have to challenge your team. In anything, in order to grow, you have to have those challenges. You have to be pushed, and that's something again that I learned from Coach Schiff. It's you can always take an easy road, and your record looks good, but how far did you grow because of it? And so, we don't have an easy schedule again this year.
Well, there you go. You called it, Coach.
So yeah, I mean, again, opening with a Division I Federal League school, and then Maple Heights is they have a lot of athletes. They're a well-coached team, and then we jump into, we're not in the OCC this year, but one of the OCC opponents in West Holmes, and they're continuing to grow as well. Columbus Academy, kind of an unknown. This would be a new opponent for us, but just seeing some live stream games that they've played, they seem to be a well-coached, hard-nosed team. Ashland is going to be a very good team this year. Obviously, Steubenville is well-coached. They're tough. They're a hard-nosed football program. But then again, continuing into Worcester, Mansfield, Madison, and then coming down here. We're actually coming down to Lindsley this year, and then obviously playing our rival week 10.
There's no soft spots here.
No,
not at all. Thanks a lot, Coach, and the Tornadoes for joining us. And we're going to take a time out.
Don't ever change the old script there.
No, that's staying. That's not changing.
And I love the crimson. I just love the color of those jerseys. We'll take a time out. Be back with more of tonight's show. It's High School Football Media Days. We're Sports Friday on the go. Next hour, Buckeye Local and Harrison Central.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time.
Once widely used, asbestos has been known to cause lung cancer and mesothelioma. Asbestos manufacturers knowingly hid this truth, and today, many are suffering because of that deception. For over 40 years, Goldberg, Persky & White has fought to protect the rights of hardworking men and women from companies who knowingly place profits over health. At Goldberg, Persky & White, corporate deception has legal consequences. Accountability starts here. Contact GPW today for a free consultation.
Get your outdoor space ready for summer with a new patio cover from AJ Gray. You won't have to worry about the weather ruining outdoor activities like cookouts, parties, or well-deserved relaxation. Call AJ Gray today, where excellence meets your home, and kick back with your new patio cover.
Best of luck to all football players, band members, cheerleaders, and coaching staff from Dan Stevens State Farm Insurance. Call Dan Stevens at 740-633-5433 or 740-264-4449 to make an appointment today, and have a great season.
This 4th of July, as we mark America's 249th birthday, RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Newell, West Virginia is celebrating our first birthday. We're offering unbeatable savings with huge sales on our entire lineup of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and pre-owned vehicles. Whether you're looking for adventure or power, we've got the solution for you. As always, we're the Valley's leader for your trade. We'll trade anything. These deals won't last. Visit us at RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you.
Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
News 9 Sunrise is everywhere, making a difference for you.
Hi, I'm Joe from Arisich Heating and Cooling. It could be a hot one this summer. It's my job to keep you cool and comfortable on these hot summer nights.
Escape the summer heat with a new Trane air conditioning system. Financing available on a Trane air conditioner and furnace. Call to set up an appointment.
Staying cool in the valley is a cinch with Arisich. Call us today.
I'm Jamie Bordas. At Bordis & Bordis, we understand that car wrecks can be traumatizing in many ways. Medical bills pile up. You may be without a car, and you don't know how to deal with the insurance company. We can help. Our goal is to make the process easier so you can focus on your health while we focus on your case. If you need help after a car wreck, give us a call. It would be our privilege to speak with you.
Bordis & Bordis, fighting for justice.
Tired of paying full price at the pump? With Smith Oil's mobile app, you get rewarded every time you fuel up, get exclusive rewards, and save money all in one place. It's not just about gas. There are even rewards for drinks and more inside the store. Saving money has never been so easy or rewarding. Download the Smith Oil app today and start earning rewards that fuel your journey. Smith Oil, fuel up, save more, smile bigger.
Join the conversation on the WTOV9 Facebook page.
And welcome back to Sports Friday on the Go Media Days, a Thursday night edition. We had the first night at the Highlands, tonight and tomorrow at Seven Ranges Entertainment in Steubenville. And this portion of the show is brought to you by Fallsby Pharmacy, value leader pharmacy, where health and convenience meet. Goldberg, Persky, and White. Goldberg, Persky, and White. Pioneers in asbestos litigation. Smith Oil. Download the Smith app today. Smith Oil gets you where you're going. And JK Auto Glass. Experience for yourself why the difference is clear with JK Auto Glass. Don?
And our host here at Seven Ranges Entertainment. Experience for yourself. Head to Seven Ranges Entertainment in Steubenville and unleash the fun. We're outside on the veranda, the deck, sun splashed here, but inside there's every game that you'd ever want to play. There's skee ball, there's bowling, there's golf, you name it.
I need to mention this because this is very important. Everybody in the Ohio Valley's just touched by the tragedy that happened in Ohio County and Seven Ranges. They want to help the Ohio County flood victims. Dine to Donate. They have an event coming up on July 12th. They want everybody to join to make a difference. 25% of all proceeds will go directly to selected families affected in Ohio County. And so just come on out, dine. The food's great. We had an opportunity to experience the food, this past spring with our Sports on the Go show. So the food's phenomenal. And the mission of the Dine to Donate is absolutely sensational. So 25%. If you want to help out and you want to get a great meal while you're doing that, please come to Seven Ranges Entertainment. It's a Friday night, July 12th. So a great event, and it's going to be a great football season, but that's a great way to give back and help some people that are hurting right now.
Absolutely, without a doubt. We're joined now by Chris Kedash, the head coach of the Buckeye Local Panthers. Year 2, correct?
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us.
And last year, your first year, and this guy, I'm telling, former standout quarterback in high school at Lindsley. I mean, one of the best of the best. Best memory of your high school days?
Oh, man, we had some big wins. Freshman year against Wheeling Central was a big one, and then we won 2 or 3 in a row to finish the season 7-3 my junior season, so that was a big one as well.
Well, let's introduce the fellows that you have here, a number of guys here. Tell me who they are.
Yeah, we got Ryder Tibbs, Cameron Rusnak, Xavier Eastham, Jasante Wright, Grady Kinberg, Danny Divjak, Chase Warwa, Jev Velez, Jevin Velez, we call him Jev, and then Grant Dombrowski here.
Last year to this year, your first year, boy, what a difference a year makes for you as a coach. How you feel now compared to this time last year?
Yeah, definitely feel more prepared. I think the big thing was I got a better supporting cast around me this year. Junior high through high school, I think we had 8 coaches last year. That number will be 17 this year. So we added some quality coaches. Larry Deem, who had head coaching experience, to help me with some of that stuff. And a lot of help on the defensive ball, as well as some young guys who know our system. Kobe Hill, who I coached at Lindsley, B.A. Holloway, who I grew up with, a good defensive mind from Shady Side. So a lot of help on our coaching staff.
He was a heck of a baseball player, too.
Yep.
How much of a difference does that make where you have the quality coaches and you can do what you need to do as a head coach, which is basically oversee everything, and you have that trust in your defensive offensive coordinator, your position coaches? How much does that help you in what you try to do and accomplish with the guys?
I think it's huge. Not to mention that last year was the first year I coached with everybody on that staff. I knew them all in different ways, had different relationships with them, but it was the first time we worked together as a staff. So not only being more comfortable with them, but the other day at practice, I was walking around on a defensive day, and I didn't know what to do because, we had everybody in their own individual positions. We got inside receiver coaches versus outside receiver coaches. We got all the stuff we need, we feel like, to be successful now.
What do you feel as a player comparing maybe last year to this year?
I feel like we're able to focus more on certain positions and as players get more reps at positions instead of having to be all grouped up and it's slower.
And probably less thinking and more reacting and knowing because you know what he wants to do and how you guys plan to execute things.
As you look around, the ingredients in this group and the other guys that you see day in, day out, and as much as the coaches know the players know players better than anybody. What is this group like? Why is this group special, and why is this group going to be successful this year?
I think we all hang out outside of football and practice, and we all have good chemistry together, and we all work hard, and that translates to being on the field.
Absolutely. Coach, what do you like about this group, especially every coach wants to lean on that upper class because they're going to show the way for the younger guys. What is it about your upperclassmen that you really like going into the season?
Yeah, well, we lost 13 seniors last year, which were a huge help for me, right out of the gate. But the group that I got here are guys who have completely bought into the culture, into the way we coach, what we do on both sides of the ball. And they've really shown that this offseason. So a lot of trust in not just being able to make plays on the field, but also making plays in practice and making sure that they're holding each other accountable. So we're getting better at that. We got a lot of juniors here as well who we're looking to be ready to take that next step this year.
If someone just dropped into the Ohio Valley, they're driving through on a Friday night, and they say, hey, there's a ball game going on right over here. We can just pull off and go watch a ball game. What are they going to see this year offensively and defensively when they go to the games?
So offensively, you're going to see the same thing. Our philosophy will not change. It's built to fit the different players that we have, but we're going to take what the defense gives us. So, if you want to be a two-high team, you're going to see a lot of two-back running game. If you want to be a one-high team, you're going to see us a little more spread throwing the ball out. So our job as coaches and as players is to be able to execute the air side of the game and the ground side of the game. And if we can do that, we become very two-dimensional and tough to stop. We completely changed our defensive scheme this year. I mentioned some of the coaches that we had hired. To be honest, I felt like our defensive scheme wasn't great last year. As an offensive guy, that was kind of to be expected. But we spent the whole offseason, me and the new staff, coming up with a defense. We're going to be a 4-4 this season and try to be a little creative in what we do rather than sit back and kind of have some of those, 18, 20-play drives that really take it out of you. We're going to be more aggressive on defense in terms of trying to set the tempo and try to make some big things happen.
Well, we're ready for a break, but as we go to break, we want to thank some of our sponsors for tonight. Edgar Snyder and Associates. Edgar Snyder, there's never a fee unless they get money for you. Chick-fil-A, elevate your summer gatherings with a Chick-fil-A at the Highlands. The Highlands Sports Complex, Wheeling's destination for sports. And WVU Weirton Medical Center, along with McAdoo Towing and Crane. McAdoo Towing, our business is picking up, and we'll pick right back up with the Buckeye Local Panthers after this.
McAdoo's West in Dallas Pike is now open and ready to serve you 24/7. From flatbeds, light-duty and heavy-duty tow trucks to rotator wreckers, specialty trailers, and 40 to 300-ton cranes, we have the tools for any job. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
So, what do you think?
It is amazing how smoothly and quickly you get it to go up and down every single time.
I know, right? Wait a minute. You are talking about me, aren't you?
The garage door!
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Offering the highest quality garage doors and openers combined with expert installation and services. A superior garage door and opener installation is just a call away. C&R Garage Doors, a Clopay and LiftMaster authorized dealer.
Medicine. Here, it's more than a practice. It's a promise. To get you home sooner and get you back out there. To push the boundaries of what convention says is possible. To stop at nothing, no matter what. That's why medicine is in everything we do.
With everything from excavators and skid steers with attachments to floor sanders and carpet cleaners, Tricor has over 300 rental items that you need to complete your project. They also sell a full assortment of top-of-the-line hand and power tools, abrasives, fasteners, and many other items to suit your industrial needs. Need something delivered? Tricor also delivers. Located a quarter mile north of Route 70, exit 208 in Morristown, Ohio. No job is too big or small. We have the tools you need.
Family owned and operated in the tri-state area since 1965, McAdoo's West is now open in Dallas Pike. With 24/7 service and fast response times, we'll keep your vehicles and projects rolling on schedule, no matter the size. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
Download the Severe Weather Team 9 app today and be prepared.
And welcome back to Sports Friday on the Go, special Thursday night edition of Media Days here at Seven Ranges Entertainment in Steubenville. And this portion of the show brought to you by Bordas & Bordas. Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice. WVU Medicine Black Lung Clinic. The Black Lung Clinic at Reynolds Memorial Hospital offers a one-stop clinic for evaluation of black lung disease and other occupational lung diseases. WVU Medicine, Reynolds Memorial Hospital. WVU Medicine, 175 years of service providing quality care close to home. Ohio Valley Honda. Great cars, great service, great people. Don?
And RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you, and CA House Music. Come to CA House Music and play for life. Now, switching to the band and CA House Music, bringing the band coverage to you for Sports Friday on the Go. Coach Kedash, how important is the band and that relationship with the football team? We're here with Chuck Eddy taking over as the band director at Buckeye Local.
Yeah, band's unbelievable. That was one of the things at Lindsley was we didn't have a band. It's something I always missed. Going to WVU games as a kid, we'd go in early, watch the band. You hear the drums and they come marching in the stadium. It's something that really gets me going, gets the guys going. So it's a great relationship we have. We actually have a couple guys, including his son Jonas, who play on the football team and are in the band. So anything to get these kids involved, I'm not going to tell them they can only do one. We work really well together, and we're excited to have him directing the band.
That's one of the great things I love to see.
Chuck did that, too, when you're in high school, right?
Yes, in the early 90s, graduated in 94 from Martins Ferry. And
what
I
instrument?
marched, and I played trombone, same as my whole family.
Okay.
They're all trombone players. My wife, my two boys. So.
All right, nice.
Now, you're replacing a legend, a guy that was there quite a while. And,
yes.
And it's not only you got a pretty good team, so tell me about that.
Yeah, he was actually my band director in the early 90s as well.
Mr. Stevens.
Yes, for 3 years, Mr. Stevens.
And he was at Martins Ferry before,
yes.
I believe, yeah.
Yes, and he is a great friend of mine and a colleague, and I'm very honored to be a successor, and I'm hoping to continue on doing the things that he has taught me, and it's very interesting. Whenever when it was like 2020, he came to me and asked me to be his assistant. So I've been there for 4 years now, being assistant director, and I've been very fortunate to be under his helm as well. So.
And you've got good help this year as well.
Yes, I have. My assistant directors are Stacy Seuss, who has also been the assistant, and Katie Rogers, and we have a new drumline coordinator, Logan Zampano, and I can't go without mentioning Cheryl Pompeo. She's our dance line instructor, and she also helps me with choreography for theater. And we also have a majorette instructor this year, Kim Cafana, and some of our seniors, we have a feature twirler, senior McKenna Halicki, and our field commander, again, is Olivia Tukach.
I have a question, Don.
Yes, go ahead.
The mentality of football I'd imagine much different than band in terms of when you're actually making your plays. Now you want to stay calm, you want to make your plays, but I have to ask, because you were a player and a band member, so you're in the heat of it in the first half of the game, and all of a sudden, all right, it's halftime. All your teammates run into the locker room. They're getting some, if it's back in youth football league, you get some orange slices and Gatorade or whatever, and you're all of a sudden you've got the trombone, and it's like, okay, how do you relax? How do you go from the mental differences, or is it maybe not that much, and it's just you fall right into it?
I think you just fall right into it. It's something that's instilled in you. I loved football. I came from a football family. My mom's side of the family, they were all linemen in Martins Ferry in the 60s and 70s, and we grew up on football. And it's something that I've always loved. But I was also very talented in music, and it's something that I guess you just do.
You just do.
Know?
Do the shoulder pads ever get in the way?
No, not really.
Okay. I always wonder about these things. These are the questions that keep me up at night, Don.
Well, there's something, too, about if you've got a strong band and a band that's into it, because the band can get the student section into it. And Coach, they can really help create that atmosphere.
No doubt. We feel like we have great fans. World War II Memorial Stadium is a great place to go watch a football game. A lot of history there. And again, when that band comes marching in, it gets real, and then you run out through them to get ready to go. So, we like to hear that band. That means good things are happening usually.
And it's such a unique place because the fans are right around the fence. I mean, the fans are part of football games there.
Yeah, absolutely. Chuck, a quick question. What's the halftime show going to be like? Can you give us a little preview of what music we may hear?
We have a few halftime shows, and we're going to do Industry Baby, and I believe it was Made You Look for our pregame.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I can't remember exactly. We ordered several songs, but usually we do two, and we have kind of a hybrid on show one as well.
Okay.
And we're going to be going to Bethany College for band camp, and it's something that I want to continue doing with our band. And, the students, they really love doing that, and they make a lot of memories and a lot of friends. And it's something that it's always worked for our organization. So.
And finally, what are numbers like quickly?
We have up to 51, 52, 53, something like that in our members. We should have 7 drumline and 7 auxiliary within that. So
sounds great. We're looking forward to it. Opening game is on a Thursday with Bel Air. We'll talk about that schedule coming back with the coach after this.
I was the first in my family to go to college.
I was looking to switch careers.
I wanted the highest quality, but most affordable option for a degree.
No matter where you are in life, West Virginia Northern Community College can make your dream of a college degree a reality, with over half of our students being first-generation college students and free tuition for many programs. Northern is the right choice for you.
I can go to college. West Virginia Northern Community College. You belong here.
At WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center, our ER doors are always open. Emergency care at WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center means now care. It means every hour care, no exceptions. We are the only trauma-designated hospital in the Weirton, Steubenville area. We are always ready. You can always count on WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center.
Yes, we've got the brands. Yes, we've got the deals. Yes, we've got the inventory. But what sets us apart? Our people. 46 musicians on staff with 563 years of combined real-world experience. We're more than just a store, so get off the screen, get in the car, and come to the CA House Music location nearest you. Talk gear, swap stories, get advice, and play music for life.
RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating our first year with our amazing customers. It's our one-year anniversary sale. We are turning up the savings. Experience the next level of customer service and our largest discounts to date on our huge selection of vehicles. The deals have never been better. Thinking of trading in? As always, we pay top dollar for your trade. Don't miss RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram's 1-year anniversary sale, where our only focus is you.
And welcome back to Sports Friday on the Go. High school football media days. Don Sloan and Bill Phillips. WVU Medicine, Wheeling Hospital. WVU Medicine, 175 years of service, providing quality care close to home. And Ohio Valley Honda, great cars with great horns, great service, and great people.
RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you.
And you know what Dodges have? The trucks, you just heard a Hemi.
There we go.
They got the power. Go ahead.
All right, Team Ford, Team Automotive, where you always have the home field advantage. Presley Hearing Center. Presley Hearing Center, where hearing care is health care.
And that great hearing allows us to hear those engines revving up and the horns blowing and people waving. And
sounds like a Friday night where Buckeye
absolutely.
plays.
Back with the head football coach, Chris Kedash. The young man beside you, tell us about him.
Yeah, Cam here's a returning lineman for us on both sides, a guy we're looking to be a leader, and a guy that we feel like really bought into what we're trying to do here.
And Buckeye Local in the past, a great history. And some playoff teams, and we go back to the days of Coach Poblish and so forth. There's a history of some good, tough, hard-nosed football, even going back to the Yorkville Ductilites and back years ago. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, we have been trying to bring all that back, and Coach Key has done a really good job with that. And he's been hard on us, and it's really helping us, and we're hard on all of our other younger classmen, and we've been getting a lot stronger, and the team chemistry is through the roof, and I'm really excited to see what this season has to bring.
It's a question.
Did you guys ever hear Yorkville Ductilites before?
I actually thought when you said that, I thought there's some people out there just smiling because they haven't heard that in a long time.
No,
that
one of the Ductilite Cold Road Steel. I mean, that was one of the schools that ended up eventually coming into Buckeye Local, and that was the Yorkville Ductilites.
Top tier nickname.
Oh, without a doubt.
So I want to ask you both. You mentioned the younger guys. Tell me about the feeder system. Because that's a big thing. You get those younger kids when they're in junior high, elementary school as they come up. How have you established that or reestablished that where it's growing and starting to become something that the kids are, the expectations are, hey, I'm gonna go play, I'm gonna go be a Panther.
No, that's something that we work at a lot with our junior high, and that's one of the reasons the coaching staff additions were so important, going from 2 full-time coaches who were there as much as they could last year at the junior high to close to 6 this year. So they're going to run our exact same offense. They're going to run our exact same defense. And the idea is, when those freshmen get to me, they're ready to play in terms of the knowledge that they need to run our base. And that gives us at the varsity level a chance to do some of the more unique stuff. It's something we had a lot of success with at Lindsley as well. But one of the really nice things about Buckeye Local is the young Buckeyes and the youth program that they have. We had a coaches clinic for all their coaches. We had them come in, whiteboard, drew stuff up, and they actually incorporated some of our stuff as well too. So we want everybody who's a part of that really respected young Buckeye organization to come grow up and want to be a part of the Buckeye Local football team.
Does it help maybe, Bill and I are a little older, and maybe we don't relate to the young kids as much as some may. Being a young coach, is that kind of an advantage?
For sure. I think the big thing that I take to them is I don't ask them to do anything that I wasn't asked to do. And a lot of the stuff that I was asked to do that maybe I wasn't sure why, I try to explain to them why we do everything that we do. They probably think we spend way too much time in the classroom and watching film, and why are we running the same 3 plays over and over again? And the reason is they need to understand that, hey, they might not be getting the ball here, but them running a go route the correct way outside of the corner and why they're doing it. Because this generation, if you just tell them to do something, they're going to ask why. So that's something that we spend a lot of time on, is telling them why they need to do this and how it affects the play. So we spend a lot of time on that.
How are your numbers?
So that was our number one goal first year. I think they had like 28-ish the year before I got there at the end of the season.
My high school was that way, and you did a lot of half line.
Yeah.
Ones against ones,
So we were, I think, 48, 49, close to 50 at some points last year. And we raised kind of the expectations this year. So our numbers might go down slightly, but we're asking more out of the guys that we have. Our big message in the offseason was they need to invest in this, and it should hurt when it ends. And it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to care about something. Pour your heart into it and see what happens. So the group that we end up with, going to face Bel Air on that Thursday night is going to be guys that went through everything that we asked them to do and guys that we know we can trust.
Well, look at this. You're a TV guy. You said the opener with Bel Air. It's magic on the screen. Talk to me about your schedule.
Yeah, so joining the Buckeye 8 in the following year, we decided to start that a year earlier, so we added Martins Ferry onto that schedule. New additions there would be Oak Glen and Carrick. So those are 2 new additions there back-to-back at home. 6 home games is always something that's nice. So we get to play at home in front of our fans one extra time. But it's a schedule where we feel like is going to progressively get even more challenging as we go. So I think that's something that's going to fit our young team well. Is you're not just going to see us make leaps from the preseason into the season. You're going to see it from week 1 to week 10. So
I love the Buckeye Local Martins Ferry game. That is literally a backyard rivalry.
Yeah, we're excited to have that back. Harrison's our big rival. We play for the trophy, and it's something we talk about a lot throughout the season. I know it means as much to Coach Hayes and Harrison as it does to us. So it's a great way to end your season and have something on the line.
You got to do this TV thing because you just teased. That is our next team. It will be the Harrison Central Huskies. Coach Kedash and the guys, hey, thanks for joining us, and you're the first TV game of the year. Buckeye Local and Bel Air. Looking forward to it. Show out, guys.
Big audience is going to be watching. It's like Christmas Day. You get to open that first present watching a game on Thursday night. So wish you guys well. Wish you nothing but good health and a great season.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having us.
Yep.
And Sports Radio on the Go, High School Football Media Day is brought to you by some of these proud sponsors. Powers Defensive Tactics. Powers Defensive Tactics, where gun sales meet expert training. West Virginia Northern Community College. Fall semester starts August 25th at WVNCC. Choose from programs in healthcare, business, and the trades. Register now and take the next step toward your future. The Glessner Group, your trusted team for accounting, insurance, and financial solutions. M&M Hardware. You got the burgers? Well, we got the grills. Shop local at M&M Hardware for all your summertime grilling needs. CA House Music. Come to CA House Music and play music for your life. Rorik Financial. The sky's the limit. With Rorik Financial, make your dreams a reality with a financial plan. The IBW Local Union 246. They are trained to electrify. And D&J Sales and Service, your local family-owned and operated new and used farm equipment dealer in Cadiz, Ohio. And we'll be checking out the fellas from Cadiz, Ohio, the Harrison Central Huskies, up next.
7 Rangers Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest venue in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
JK Auto Glass is your place for professional auto glass repair or replacement. Our technicians can also recalibrate your forward-facing camera. We're locally owned in Mingo Junction, which means you're taken care of by real people who know your name. We'll even pick up your vehicle and return it to you after your repairs. It couldn't be easier.
For all your glass needs, call JK Auto Glass, where you'll always talk to a live agent, where the difference is clear.
At Rorig Financial, we always put you first, making your dreams a reality with a smart financial plan. We work for you, not Wall Street. Whatever you're saving for, college, retirement, a beach house, we can help you and your family throughout your lifetime.
Best of luck to all football players, band members, cheerleaders, and coaching staff from Dan Stevens State Farm Insurance. Call Dan Stevens at 740-633-5433 or 740-264-4449 to make an appointment today, and have a great season.
The following are based on actual accidents.
Honey, have you seen the cat? Honey, call Rumor Loudon.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time.
Tired of paying full price at the pump? With Smith Oil's mobile app, you get rewarded every time you fuel up, get exclusive rewards, and save money all in one place. It's not just about gas. There are even rewards for drinks and more inside the store. Saving money has never been so easy or rewarding. Download the Smith Oil app today and start earning rewards that fuel your journey. Smith Oil, fuel up, save more, smile bigger.
So, what do you think?
It is amazing how smoothly and quickly you get it to go up and down every single time.
I know, right? Wait a minute. You are talking about me, aren't you?
The garage door!
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Offering the highest quality garage doors and openers combined with expert installation and services. A superior garage door and opener installation is just a call away. C&R Garage Doors, a Clopay and LiftMaster authorized dealer.
Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
Join the conversation on the WTOV9 Facebook page.
And it's a high school football Thursday night. You are looking live at the Goat House, the wonderful restaurant connected to Seven Ranges Entertainment. If you like the USC, they've got the big pay-per-view with Topuria coming up this weekend.
Yep. You know what?
Kai Kara France, the other headliner in that. You can come here and eat and enjoy the fights. No cover charge.
Spot. Great spot to be.
Charlie Ollis.
Yeah.
Oliveria.
You know where a great spot
Fight
to be is?
Topuria.
In a nice, cool room when you have this heat.
Well, there you go.
What?
You tell me about it.
Yeah, Rumor Loudon, big enough to get the job done, small enough to care. 3 offices, Moundsville, St. Clairsville, and Barnesville. AJ Gray Windows and Doors, proudly celebrating 75 years in business. AJ Gray offers Provia Windows and Doors in Ohio and West Virginia. And Tricor Industrial, over 300 rental items, hand tools, power tools, and more. Tricor Industrial in Morristown, Ohio. And Dan Stevens, State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Contact your local agent, Dan Stevens, for auto, home, life insurance. Do that today. Don?
And Dan Stevens, former Pitt football player, and you guys are both Miami guys, and the last time that Miami was really, really good and had a shot at it all, Pitt ruined their season. So shout out to Dan Stevens.
The last time we had a really good season was last year. We ruined it ourselves.
I won't go there. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the Harrison Central High School.
Yeah, let's do
Coach
that.
Anthony Hayes, and man, Anthony, I remember when you played back in the day. You guys had a tailback by the name of Denver Williams who went and played at Kentucky, I believe.
Correct.
And he was a state track champion, all that. You had some wonderful teams, and man, Caddis. It's Harrison Central now, but Caddis and the whole thing, the whole history and tradition of football out there is something else.
It really is. We're very proud of our tradition there. I think it's obviously we have incredible community support. All those old timers, whether it's from Caddis or Jewett-Side or Lakeland, they all like to come around.
But I didn't. An old timer.
Well, I fall in that category too now.
No, you don't. Not like Don.
He did.
He
looked at me and said,
he looked right at you.
Because that's what I remember.
You set him up for that because
I'm throwing out Denver Williams,
when I
and these
covered
guys
you
like,
when you
what's
played.
he talking about?
You're like, I covered you when you played, and all of a sudden that instantly makes you an old timer. It's like a married couple here on a Thursday. We just argue with each other.
Fellow Harrison County guys, right?
Well, there you go.
Fellow Harrison County guys.
All right, that's good. So at Harrison County, we love to hunt, we love to fish, and we love to play football. Let's talk about who you brought here today.
Yeah, so I'll start over here behind you guys. We have running back Bo Rinkus. We have wide receiver Michael Stock. We have offensive lineman and linebacker Jaden Harris.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, he shot some nice bucks. I'm just going to let you.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
And he's a big-time fisherman.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
He is. And we have Dylan Walters here behind us. I don't like to stand next to him. I'm already short enough, and it makes me look worse. Jacob Keto, OVAC champion Jacob Keto. Yeah. We have Chaz Culbertson, who I played with his dad in high school. Played together. Played football together. Nate Dokowski and Brady Heyer.
And here's the question. The unis. Digging them. They are sharp.
They look good, yeah.
I thought it was the Baltimore Colts.
Yeah, I mean, that is a sharp look, Coach. That is really sharp.
We always look good. We always look good in Harco. We always have the best of the best. So.
It's fantastic.
Stand up for a minute. This shirt, tell me about that. Family. Why is that on the shirt?
Well, I'll pose this to you. Let's say somebody's going to go out and do something terrible to one of your family members, whatever it may be. You probably wouldn't be so angry at that person because of who they are. You're angry because of how much you love your family.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we strive to be every day. We want to go above and beyond and do things that you wouldn't do in any other part of your life if you didn't love somebody as much as you love your family. So we put a premium on that. And family for us means forget about me, I love you. So we put a premium on putting others ahead of ourselves, and that's what we try to build here within our program, and I think our kids have done a great job of representing that.
Now repeat, that's very good.
Yeah, forget about me, I love you.
Awesome. What do you love about this team?
Great kids. Wonderful kids. Have been on the roller coaster ride of seasons, have been a part of a program where we had won our first playoff game in school history and then went through last season with a bunch of ups and downs, injuries, and a lot of adversity set in, and they showed up the next day ready to work. I think these kids all love one another. I really do. So, when we talk about family, I think this senior class, we have 15 or 16 seniors, I think, this year. So this senior class has a chance to be pretty special. And I think that the legacy they leave can go well beyond the wins and losses. I have no doubt in my mind we'll be successful, but I think that the legacy that they'll leave and the impact that they make on creating a much larger and closer family will go a long way.
Well, let's roll some video of you guys from last year and tell me what we're looking at here. I mean, you guys were some shootouts and some fun games last year.
Yeah, well, probably fun for spectators, not real fun for me.
This is Buckeye Trail, I think.
Yeah. We. I think we rushed for 500 yards and lost that game.
I'll tell you what, Coach, those units are tight too.
Yeah, we always have nice stuff. We play a very tough schedule. We really do. But that's okay. That's what we want to do. We have you see a lot of highlights of Jacob Keto on there. As I mentioned before, pretty fast guy, pretty special young man. But I'm sure Jacob would tell you that it all starts up front, right? I think Jacob would say that. We were in a lot of shootouts last year, a lot of high scoring games. Again, I'm sure as a fan, it's very entertaining for us. It's not so much as coaches.
There's a nice pick on the defensive side.
Brady Harry up, nice pick six. And we need a lot more defense this year.
I just liked him watching the highlight. He's just sitting there smiling. That's like,
I love it. And the truck way, they hit that right on the key.
I love it. Did you jump the route? What did film study? What did you see on that play?
The receiver broke down too quick. It was just a simple hitch. I seen him break down. I seen the quarterback pump his shoulders at him. Was ready for the double move. He didn't go, so I just jumped the hitch real quick, like that.
And you had some wheels, man. You had
some
wheels.
Yeah, I got to show up the speed.
Yeah, to show up the speed there. Yeah.
Now, what is it about your group of seniors, the group that you're part of, your group of seniors, that's going to make it special this year? For not only the group but the entire team, the community, everybody that follows the Huskies.
The dedication that our coach has given to us, the dedication that our families have given to us from previous years, growing up with each other from preschool to just learning how to count to 4 even, just all of those types of things. We've done everything together since we've learned anything together, and a lot of credit has to be given to Coach Hayes, of course, because he's really implemented a lot of good things into our lives on how to become great young people and just learn to have the dedication to want to work every day. It's just great.
Well, we're going to take a time out. When we come back, we're going to hear from the director of the band. Time to strike up the band. As we go to break, we want to shout out D&J Sales and Service, your locally family-owned and operated new and used farm equipment right there in Harrison County outside of Cadiz, Ohio. We'll be right back after this.
I'm Jamie Bordas. At Bordas & Bordas, we understand that car wrecks can be traumatizing in many ways. Medical bills pile up. You may be without a car. You don't know how to deal with the insurance company. We can help. Our goal is to make the process easier so you can focus on your health while we focus on your case. If you need help after a car wreck, give us a call. It would be our privilege to speak with you.
Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice.
This 4th of July, as we mark America's 249th birthday, RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Newell, West Virginia is celebrating our first birthday. We're offering unbeatable savings with huge sales on our entire lineup of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and pre-owned vehicles. Whether you're looking for adventure or power, we've got the solution for you. As always, we're the Valley's leader for your trade. We'll trade anything. These deals won't last. Visit us at RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you.
The WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center Breast Care Center, the Ohio Valley's only complete breast center, is expanding with more doctors than ever before, with decades of breast surgery experience and new diagnostic technology, all in one beautiful, calming space. Compassion, excellence, experience, and technology come together every single day here. The WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center Breast Care Center.
Hey, Chuck, I can't talk too long. Rumor Loudon's here to fix my air conditioner. Man, they really got here fast. What seems to be the problem?
Well, sir, you forgot to take the cover off your AC unit.
Oh, hey, Chuck, you're not going to believe this one. Honey, call Rumor Loudon.
Locker room.
Good look at the Goat House here at Seven Ranges Entertainment in Steubenville, the site for tonight's Sports Friday on the Go Media Days event. This is Thursday night. We've got another night tomorrow night as well. In this portion of shows,
maybe we'll get it right tomorrow night.
We'll keep trying. We'll keep trying.
See, I already threw you off. You're supposed to ignore that and keep on going, but you didn't.
How can anyone ignore you? You're the nacho man.
You're eating up time.
I know I am. All right, we got to get to the band. All right, C&R Garage Doors. Have the best team when it comes to garage doors, needs and services. Call C&R Garage Doors, the real MVP. Aerosich Heating and Cooling. You got to talk to them about some cooling right now. Tackle the heat with Aerosich Heating and Cooling. Follinsby Pharmacy. I got to slow down, Bill. Take it easy. Follinsby Pharmacy, value leader pharmacy where health and convenience meet. Goldberg, Persky and White. Goldberg, Persky and White, pioneers in asbestos litigation. Smith Oil, download the Smith Oil app today. Smith Oil gets you where you are going.
And CA House Music, because it's time to bring in the band.
That's right.
What a combo. I got the band director, Eric Zelensky, and the coach, Anthony Hayes. What can a good band mean to the atmosphere and the enthusiasm of a crowd and a football team in a football stadium?
Well, it's part of the reason why high school football is better than college and is better than the NFL as well. It's that student body. It's the pride of your school. It's the band playing. It's the smell of the burgers cooking. It's everything. The band kind of helps round out everything that's right about a high school football game on a Friday night. Without that, it's like the NFL to me. It's not much fun to watch.
There you go.
Eric Zelensky, the band director, some kind words, and you guys have a great band that just keeps getting bigger and better every year. Tell me what's happening with your band.
Well, we're excited for this year because we are getting a little bit bigger. Every year we seem to be growing by a few more, and soon we're going to have hopefully a pretty big explosion coming up. Younger kids are really excited about joining us. They see what we're putting on the field every year, and they're excited to come out and join. But we're really excited about this year. Our show seems to be pretty exciting. We let the kids have some input on what they want our show to be. They vote on it, give us some suggestions. We put some lists together. They vote on the lists. And we've got our show out to an arranger that he's getting the music all together for us. And as soon as that gets back to us, we'll put it on the field at the end of July.
Can you give us a sneak peek?
We want to know.
Give us a little, just let us get a taste of what's going to happen.
I had a feeling you guys were going to ask.
Is Barry Manilow Copacabana going to be on?
No. We want some Willie Nelson and some country stuff, man.
Yeah, I don't think Willie's making it either.
We've got what we've picked for this year. We've got Drag Me Down by One Direction, Locked Out of Heaven by Bruno Mars, Victorious by Panic at the Disco, and I Will Wait by Mumford & Sons.
There you go. He knew.
Yeah,
he watched last night, so he knew.
No, I actually didn't watch last night, but I knew people asked.
Well, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say, oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, but you set him up to say he did.
Yeah, well, anyway.
Panic at the Disco, that's pretty good. Yeah. Now, when you arrange what happens on the field, how long does that take? Because most people look at it and they go, they listen to it. It's lovely and it's pretty and it's exciting, everything. But how much time goes into, we draw up plays. The coach goes to the board and see how do we draw up where everybody's going to be? Okay, I got to be at the 35-yard line on this note. He needs to be at this note. She needs to be at this note. The flaming spear goes up in the air, and they juggle it and the whole thing.
Right,
I don't know if that's a part of that, but
no.
It'd be fun.
A lot of it is we have to think about what's happening in the music at that moment.
Okay.
Like who needs to be facing the home side so that the melody of the music doesn't get lost.
Okay.
So it's a lot of, you have to spend that time listening to the music, really hearing what the arranger did to the music, so you have the right people facing forward at the right time.
So you want the trumpets on this, and you want the drum?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. That way, the important stuff of the music, the stuff that the kids sing all the time, doesn't get lost.
Yep.
What happens when you and your assistant have a disagreement? I mean, you had kind of a unique situation here.
Well, hopefully we don't have too many disagreements, because otherwise that'll make home life a little bit more difficult.
Okay.
His assistant.
That's why
I was going to say.
That's why my wife's not on staff.
Yeah, it'd be like having your wife as your offensive coordinator.
So today we just found out that he's second in command.
Yeah.
And the assistant's first.
Well, wait a minute. It reverses because the theater program, she's in charge.
The choir program.
The
choir program.
Now,
so we kind of play off of each other. For the band program, I'm in charge, and she's the assistant. For the choir program, she's in charge, I'm the assistant.
What's the best part of a band season as you go through a football season? You talk to football, but I love training camp.
Yeah.
I love the first game. I love when we get to the playoffs.
I love a parade.
You do love a parade. And the thing is, you peak. I mean, you talk about a team peaks. Does a band go through the same progression where they peak at the end of the season or the middle of the season? Give us a little detail on that.
Yeah, we do peak. The longer we perform, the more practices we have, the better we get. When we tell the kids, you can never hit perfection. Perfection is just, it's a goal that's not realistic. But we can always work every day to get better and better. There's always something that you can do better on, whether it's making sure you hit your spot at the right time, making sure you're playing the right notes at the right time. Whatever it is, you can always do something better. And usually by the end of the season, by the time we get to the last game, Buckeye is always our last game. And it's always a great time to play them. So usually when we get to that point, that's when our band's peaking. That's when they're sounding the best. That's when they're working the hardest.
So are you going to have to come up with playoff performances, because these guys, they're planning on being in the playoffs.
Well,
so will you change up the show a little bit for the playoffs?
We might change it up a little bit, but not too much. Mainly because we don't have a whole lot of time once school starts to learn a whole new show.
Well, let me ask you this. One of the big events, you've got a big event always at the end of the football season.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Are you talking about the OVAC Showcase?
Yeah.
So the OVAC Showcase of Bands, it's a phenomenal event that OVAC is the biggest athletic conference in the country. And we host this program where we're inviting every school from the OVAC to come and play. And it's an amazing event because you get to see schools that you don't normally get to see. Like one of my favorite bands that I get to watch during the OVAC Showcase is University from down Morgantown. Phenomenal band down there. They're a large band. They're an artistic band. And it's just wonderful to hear that.
Well, let me wrap up here with this. You have phenomenal facilities. Not only is the football stadium awesome, but your theater. I mean, it's a big-time theater with the lighting, the sound.
Oh, yeah.
It's first rate. Tell me what that means to a music and theater program.
Oh, it means a lot to know that we have a community and an administration on board that supports us so much that they got us that theater. For the kids to be able to put on not just our concerts, but the musicals that they put on in that theater, it's amazing to have a house like that. And not only just that theater, but right across the hall is our band and choir rooms. And it's amazing to be able to walk into such a facility every day and just look around and go, wow, we've got some of the best stuff in the valley right here.
Without a doubt. We're going to take a time out. More from the football coach after this. Thanks for joining us. And the Harrison Central Huskies. D&J Sales and Service, your local family-owned and operated new used farm equipment dealer in Cadiz, Ohio, bringing you the Huskies. We'll be right back.
When you need electrical work, get it done right by the most qualified electrical contractors and tradesmen around. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. IBEW 246, trained to electrify.
Get your outdoor space ready for summer with a new patio cover from AJ Gray. You won't have to worry about the weather ruining outdoor activities like cookouts, parties, or well-deserved relaxation. Call AJ Gray today, where excellence meets your home, and kick back with your new patio cover.
Seven Ranges Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest menu in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
Medicine. Here, it's more than a practice. It's a promise. To get you home sooner and get you back out there. To push the boundaries of what convention says is possible. To stop at nothing, no matter what. That's why medicine is in everything we do.
Best of luck to all football players, band members, cheerleaders, and coaching staff from Dan Stevens State Farm Insurance. Call Dan Stevens at 740-633-5433 or 740-264-4449 to make an appointment today and have a great season.
When you need electrical work, get it done right by the most qualified electrical contractors and tradesmen around. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. IBEW 246, trained to electrify.
And welcome back to Seven Ranges Entertainment in Steubenville, Ohio. The site for tonight's Sports Friday on the Go.
There's Steubenville Big Reds. They're up next, man.
In the house. They're next. They're going to come up next. And I want to mention this about Seven Ranges Entertainment. Head to Seven Ranges Entertainment, Steubenville, and unleash the fun. And if you want to unleash a murder mystery dinner, completely written script, costumes, full course meal, Mob Air, Rat Pack, Dean Martin, Dress to Impress. Interactive show, July 26th at 6:30. Tickets, call Jesse. And for sevenrangesentertainment.com/tickets. And there are prizes involved in that. So a murder mystery there for you here at Seven Ranges Entertainment. And then, of course, it's J&K Auto Glass. Experience for yourself why the difference is clear with J&K Auto Glass. WVU Medicine, Weird Medical Center, and the Highlands Sports Complex. Highlands Sports Complex, Wheeling's destination for sports. Don?
And it's a high school football Thursday night. Sports Friday on the go. High school football media days. Bill Phillips, Don Sloan, Anthony Hayes, head coach of Harrison Central. Nice hats, too. I'll tell you, it's a nice hat.
Don's going to be outfitted. You know? He's going to, Coach, just leave the door open. I'll take what I need.
How about, who's this young fella here, and what does he do?
This is Chaz Culbertson, senior, plays safety for us, wide receiver, and also a little bit of running back.
Good bloodlines. Because his dad, if I'm right, New Athens, Randy Culbertson. If your dad tells you he was pretty doggone good, man. He was a tough nut, fullback linebacker type, and let's see. I think they played Mogador in the playoffs. I think they lost to Mogador, with Chucky Moore, who's probably one of the better high school. He had like 6-7 touchdowns in a state championship game once.
He's incredible.
Yeah, he's incredible. Was your dad pretty good?
Yes, definitely.
Does he tell you he was pretty good?
Yeah, definitely. He tells me all the time. He's not afraid to tell it, and we've definitely seen some old clips. He's definitely rolled out the clips, and I've definitely seen it for myself a couple times.
Well, they're definitely old clips, not film, but they're VHS. I'm surprised you can still play them. But what advice does he give you that helps you as a football player?
He just tells me to play free and have fun. You know, every game, every training session. He tells me to just work my hardest and have fun.
Coach, what do you expect this team to, they're going to do their best, they're going to have fun, but what can they do well in football terms, you think?
Well, I think there's number one, there's a lot of good opportunities for them coming in this season because they've put that work in. I think, again, I think I don't want to put any undue pressure on anybody, on any specific team. I don't like to do that, but these guys have all the potential in the world to achieve whatever goals they have set for themselves. And what we have set collectively as a team I'm looking forward to an outstanding year. Obviously, you want to remain healthy. Those things all come into play, but we always talk about control the controllables, right? Some things are out of your control, but what you can control is your commitment, your effort, and your care for one another. And if you can control those things, and everybody again is all about each other and not about our individual selves. That goes for coaches and kids alike. That's all of us. If we can do that, then we have an opportunity to have a special season.
Well, we haven't brought up, not too often, went to Dover with the kick returner, but special teams. Is that an area of strength or an area that might need development?
Well, I like to think we have two pretty good kickers.
Well, good, because there's been a history of going for two all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We have Brady Hire, who was down here with us earlier. He's also a punter, and if I remember, Brady could correct me. I think he was maybe an honorable mention All-Ohio punter last year. I think he averaged about 37 or 38 yards a punt. And we have Noah Thaxton, who's our place kicker. We were lucky enough to get Noah last year. Soccer player decided to come out.
Well, I was going to say that because for the longest time there was no soccer. The soccer program continues to grow, and I think that's shown because it's helped you guys with kickers.
It has, and he's put a tremendous amount of work in. Bill knows, and Bill's around. He sees stuff, and he's just put in an incredible amount of work.
He continues to, having seen him firsthand. He continues to grow and mature, and he keeps getting better and better because he puts in the work.
Puts a lot of work.
He puts a lot of work in, and it's good to see that. And I would imagine, defense coordinator, head coach, if you can put him back there and pin him back there inside the 20, I'm good with that every kick. So, that's a goal. And then, you got to keep it on 7.
Yeah, and you don't realize how important a kicker is until you don't have one.
Yeah.
So we're fortunate in those areas. Returners, we have skilled guys who can return the ball. But it's like anything else in football. It comes down to blocking and tackling.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this
go ahead,
about the facility.
Okay. Well,
you're
second to none.
You've got a unique facility, the great turf, different than anybody else. You've got a 7-tiered press box and so forth. Just talk about the difference in facilities now.
Well, it's a far cry from what it was back when I was in high school. And we're very fortunate. Number one, we're very grateful. We're very grateful for our school district and our community for the amount of support that they pour into our kids. And it's not just for football. It's for everything we do there, whether it's the marching band, whether it's the choir, the theater department.
The facilities across the board are fantastic.
I've never been in a press box.
The secondary gym at the Stevenson Center. You got the track stadium. I mean, it's impressive.
Yeah, I've been in a few press boxes throughout my career. I've never seen one as nice as ours. And I'm very proud to say that. And I do boast about that because it's a wonderful thing. And then we're remodeling our locker room right now. It'll be done in 2 weeks. The kids haven't seen it yet. It's probably going to be the nicest locker room in the valley, and maybe not this part of the state.
Yeah.
It's again, it's just shows you how much our community is invested in our kids, in our school district, and our administration, our board of education is investing into the continued growth of our kids and providing the best opportunities that they could possibly have to ensure that they have a greater chance of a better future.
And who's your opener with? Well, we didn't mention your
Claymont.
schedule. It opens up with Claymont. There it is.
October 3rd, big one, Indian Creek, Harrison Central. That should be a great game.
That's our game of the week, the Vales game at the end of the year with rival Buckeye Local. But when you're at Harrison, everybody's a rival because there's so many neighbors. Buckeye Local's a rival. Edison, Indian Creek, Union Local, all depends on if you live in Hopedale or New Athens or Jewett.
And everybody asks you, who's your big rival? Who you dislike the most? And I'm like, I'm from Harrison Central. I don't like anybody else. Everybody's a rival.
That's the thing. If you're from Scioto, Claymont's probably a big rival. I always say that game should be the battle for Tappan Lake, and you should have a bass for a trophy, and that's what you're playing for. On that note, we're going to take a timeout. That wraps up this hour. When we come back, we'll take a look at Steubenville Big Red and Indian Creek here at Seven Ranges. This is Sports Friday on the Go, high school football live on a Thursday night.
McAdoo's West in Dallas Pike is now open and ready to serve you 24/7. From flatbeds, light-duty and heavy-duty tow trucks to rotator wreckers, specialty trailers, and 40 to 300-ton cranes, we have the tools for any job. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
At Value Leader Pharmacy, we're all about convenience and care. Need a vaccine? No appointment needed. Just walk right into our state-of-the-art facility, and we'll take care of you quickly and professionally.
Whether it's the flu, COVID, or any of your other vaccination needs, we've got you covered. Plus, enjoy the benefits of our drive-through, over-the-counter products, and personalized pharmacist consultations.
Value Leader Pharmacy, where health and convenience meet.
No appointment, no hassle, just care when you need it.
Yes, we've got the brands. Yes,
we've got the deals. Yes, we've got the inventory, but what sets us apart? Our people. 46 musicians on staff with 563 years of combined real-world experience. We're more than just a store, so get off the screen, get in the car, and come to the CA House Music location nearest you. Talk gear, swap stories, get advice, and play music for life.
Hi, I'm Joe from Arisich Heating and Cooling. It could be a hot one this summer. It's my job to keep you cool and comfortable on these hot summer nights.
Escape the summer heat with a new Trane air conditioning system.
Financing available on a Trane air conditioner and furnace.
Call to set up an appointment.
Staying cool in the valley is a cinch with Arisich. Call us today.
Family owned and operated in the tri-state area since 1965, McAdoo's West is now open in Dallas Pike. With 24/7 service and fast response times, we'll keep your vehicles and projects rolling on schedule, no matter the size. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time.
So, what do you think?
It is amazing how smoothly and quickly you get it to go up and down every single time.
I know, right? Wait a minute. You are talking about me, aren't you?
The garage door!
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Offering the highest quality garage doors and openers combined with expert installation and services. A superior garage door and opener installation is just a call away. C&R Garage Doors, a Clopay and LiftMaster authorized dealer.
National law firms boast about their size and recovery amounts, but choosing a non-local firm puts you at a disadvantage. For those suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma, finding an experienced, knowledgeable asbestos law firm is paramount. Goldberg, Persky & White knows the local court systems and the local job sites. Unlike out-of-town firms, there's only one chance to recover. Don't equate a large national firm with better justice. Goldberg, Persky & White, your local asbestos attorneys.
Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
Your Severe Weather Team 9 experts are everywhere.
And welcome back, everybody. We are at Seven Ranges Entertainment in Steubenville, and our next guest, Steubenville Big Red. And this portion of the show brought to you by Borders, fighting for justice. Chick-fil-A. Elevate your summer gatherings with Chick-fil-A at the Highlands. McAdoo Towing and Crane. McAdoo Towing, our business is picking up. And Edgar Snyder Associates. Edgar Snyder, there's never a fee unless we get money for you, Don.
And Ohio Valley Honda. Ohio Valley Honda. Great cars, great service, and great people. Team Ford, Team Automotive, where you always have home field advantage. And Presley Hearing Center. Presley Hearing Center, where hearing care is health care. And we're joined now by Steubenville Big Red head coach Reno Sokoch, along with his players from Steubenville Big Red. And, Coach, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
You're more than welcome. And you brought a lot of good-looking guys, good football player-looking guys. Tell us who's with you tonight.
They're all hungry, man. They want to go eat.
Well, there's great food behind us, so let's take care of business.
All right, we got Jake over there. Jake's the head of our field house. We got DeAndre Bo Diddley. We got Travell Swift. We got Ryan Bice. We got Shamir Adams. We got Landon Crozier. We got Najee Simon. We got Jerry Hinton. Jakai Muntz. Bo Hudson. Who's over there? Kai Juan. Bryant. We got Nolan. I almost called you Coop again. We got Nolan Blackburn. And we got Trey Wiggins. Did I forget anybody? And we got Big Effie. Effie Kelly. Son of Brett Kelly.
How big is Effie Kelly?
6'3". Not big enough.
Not big enough? Hey, wait a minute. Wait. I thought it was Juice. Isn't it Juice, Brian?
Well, we'll see on Friday night if he's Juice or if he's Kaijuan.
Are you Juice or Kaijuan?
We'll see.
I'm
We'll
like,
see.
I'm like, who the heck is he? That's Juice. Who's he talking about?
I always call him Juice on the highlights.
That's all. I didn't even know what your name was.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I hang
Orange
around the
juice?
place a little bit.
Regular juice.
Pulp or no pulp? Here we go. Effie, tell me about this group. Tell me why your group of seniors is going to have the ingredients that it takes to get Big Red where you guys want to go. And the only goal of Big Red each and every year is going to play in that championship game and win it. Why are these guys, why is this group going to be that group that gets number 5?
This group right here, we all been playing since middle school, so, like, it's just a whole bunch of dogs, you feel me? So, like, we all dogs, we all play together, we just got good chemistry.
I like it. Coach, what do you think about this group?
Just so they ain't puppies.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dogs that don't bite.
Yeah.
So I hope they're dogs that bite. I don't like to use that term. That's too big of a term for me. I was never a dog.
Well, Coach, what is this team?
I dated some dogs, though.
Coach, what is this team? And this is one of Don's questions I'm stealing from him. What is this team? I mean,
do right in football terms.
Yeah, exactly.
There you
football
go.
terms.
What can this team do well in football terms? That's not my line. That's what George Kellis would ask every year.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyway.
Okay, in football terms, I think that we're right where everybody else is right now. We should be bigger, faster, and stronger. But the most important percentage of that's 3/4 of it. The main quarter is how physical are you. There's a lot of players out there that look good till you get in pads. A lot of dogs that don't bite, and some dogs bite. And we'll find out after our first few scrimmages who's ready to play and who's not ready to play. But right now, I'd say that this team has given us everything that beyond of what we've asked for. And it just makes me happy that we have a group of players like that. And you try to get the best out of every kid. But to get the best out of every kid, you got to get the best out of every coach. So that's hand in hand.
I wanted to ask you this, Coach. You have been running this program for a long time now, a hugely successful campaign. My question is, how do you keep it fresh for yourself and for the kids that you have coming in year after year? Because sometimes coaches, the message gets a little stale. The kids kind of tune them out. How do you keep it fresh for yourself so you stay interested, but they stay interested as well?
I've been blessed my whole life. I had great parents. I played with great players that loved the game of football. I had a great family, and I got great players at Big Red. And I just, the kids from when they're in elementary school think about walking up that ramp. Mm-hmm. And I know it sounds funny to people that never walked up that ramp, but it's a hell of a charge to walk up that ramp, and it's a hell of a responsibility to, you have a choice. You can be part of the tradition, or you can add to the tradition. So hopefully we're adding to the tradition this year.
And I think, too, with you guys, and traditionally it's been this way, just a great, hard-working, committed coaching staff.
Well, I've been blessed with that, man. We got guys at work, and we got guys that I think our players know that good players and great teams want to be coached hard. And good coaches want players to play hard. So it goes hand in hand. And we try to coach as hard as we can and hope it passes on and they play as hard as they can.
Effie, tell me about that walk up the ramp. What's that like? Because, a lot of people watching tonight have no idea what that walk is. What's that like?
Well, it's excitement and a little bit of nervousness until you get on that field. And it's like, with playing with these guys, it's like you have a lot of excitement. So all the nerves will go away as soon as you go on the field.
That first pop of the pads, is that when it goes away?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, a thing with Harding Stadium, and I'm going to set up this next segment here, is just the atmosphere, and it starts when the team takes the field and the band, and it's just such a great home field atmosphere, and you get chills at a game at Harding Stadium. We're going to talk about some of that when we come back, because we're going to hear for the person in charge of the Big Red Marching Band, and that's one heck of a unit, and we'll do that when we come back.
With everything from excavators and skid steers with attachments to floor sanders and carpet cleaners, Tricor has over 300 rental items that you need to complete your project. They also sell a full assortment of top-of-the-line hand and power tools, abrasives, fasteners, and many other items to suit your industrial needs. Need something delivered? Tricor also delivers. Located a quarter-mile north of Route 70, exit 208 in Morristown, Ohio. No job is too big or small. We have the tools you need.
Happy 4th of July from Powers Defensive Tactics. Your one-stop shop for everything firearms will be closed on the 4th, but come and see us when we reopen, because as a thank you to our customers and our nation, we'll pay sales tax on all sales on the 5th and 6th. We're a Class 3 dealer offering suppressors and free West Virginia handgun transfers. We also buy, sell, trade, and consign used firearms. So come visit Powers Defensive Tactics, your gun and training headquarters, located in Steubenville.
Seven Ranges Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest menu in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
Medicine. Here, it's more than a practice. It's a promise. To get you home sooner and get you back out there. To push the boundaries of what convention says is possible. To stop at nothing, no matter what. That's why medicine is in everything we do.
And welcome back to Sports Friday on the Go, everybody, from Seven Ranges Entertainment in Steubenville. Right now we're breaking things down with Steubenville Big Red. And this portion of the show brought to you by WVU Medicine Black Lung Clinic. The Black Lung Clinic at Reynolds Memorial Hospital offers a one-stop clinic for evaluation of black lung disease and other occupational lung diseases. RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you.
And it's now our CA House Band segment. And Coach, just in a couple of words, what can you tell, when I mention the Big Red Band, what do you say?
Best band in Buckeye Land.
Well, let's learn. Let's learn about the best band in Buckeye Land right here.
We'll have a preview performance on July 31st at 7 p.m. in the stadium. That's the end of our band camp, so we always perform for our families. So we always invite anyone out that wants to come and just hear a band and kind of get excited for football season, get excited for marching band season. That's something that we'll be looking forward to. And then our varsity show is November 13th and 15th, and that's something that we've been doing here at Big Red for many, many years, and this year will be no different. So kind of mark that in your calendar, something to look forward to in the future for the Big Red Band.
Myself, I'm a senior, so seniors have a lot of influence over the varsity show and different things that we do and events. And I think every senior class gets excited to try and have the best season yet and really just do something different and have fun with the shows and all our different activities that we do.
To be able to see freshmen grow and to see people grow throughout the year with our performances and see them get better at what they do, learning their music or playing their instrument, I would say it's a great thing, and it'll definitely be seen with all of our performances and the varsity show and all of our parades. I would say it's just a great thing that we'll be able to see those people continue to get better throughout the year.
A lot of times things kind of pop up. You know, last year we did a glow show, which was just kind of me thinking, you know, it'd be kind of neat to turn the stadium lights off, and we couldn't get permission to do that at a game, so we did it on like a Wednesday night at a rehearsal, and the stands were pretty full. Like, I kind of put it out there just for fun, and when I turned around and saw all the people there, and you know, all the comments when we posted it on Facebook how neat it was, but I think this year the big excitement that we'll see is our alumni band. We do it every 5 years. And so it's always a huge turnout. I know a lot of schools will do it every year, and people always say we should do alumni band every year, but I think it makes it really special doing it every 5 years. The last time we did it, we had over 150 alumni band people that showed up. And I know this year will be the same, and people just get really excited to come out and play the standards and play the fight song. And we'll have probably close to 200 or 250 people on the field for that game. So that's probably the biggest exciting thing that we're looking forward to this year. But who knows, you know, somebody might suggest something, or I might come up with something that will be just as fun. So that on this point is what we're kind of looking forward. I believe that game's October 3rd. So that'll be a fun night for the kids.
Being a field commander is, you know, one of my favorite things that I've done for the band. And having that ability to be a leader and really help upcoming freshmen and other students, that's one of my favorite parts about it. You know, there is playing and doing different things in the band, but then helping others and leading others is definitely one of the best experiences.
The way that the community just gives back to the Big Red Band and to a function like this is something that is just outstanding, and it really makes us feel proud of what we do, and I would say that it would inspire others to join the Big Red Band, seeing, you know, how much of the community does give back.
It's really such a great thing, the way that the community comes out for the band. Anytime we need something big, we can always ask them for it. And people donate things like food, money, their time, which obviously is one of the most important things, is when we have our volunteers that help out at football games and with uniform cleanings. You know, we've got a really great parent support group, but the support with the staff at school is amazing. My administration is super supportive of everything that we do. It's really a great thing for us to have, because a lot of schools don't have that kind of support with their community. And whenever the Big Red Band comes out, there's always just tons of people there to share in our excitement and our support. Last year was really exciting. We had our 100th anniversary, and people really got behind that. They were buying T-shirts and donating meals for the band. So that was really an amazing show of support for us, and I know it'll be the same this year. I think all the bands in the area do a really great job. It's always fun for me to kind of catch other groups performing. I follow all the bands on Facebook, things like that. So I think the fact that the schools around here take music very, you know, to heart, and they really support what we're doing with our kids the same way they do with athletics, the same way they do with academics. It's really just a great thing for us.
And I'll tell you what, Don, I can't recommend the Varsity Show enough. I've been to that a number of times. It is sensational. Band does a great job. You watch that band if you're in the stands during the game. They're phenomenal. And, you know, a lot of great bands all over the valley. But Big Red Band, you know, they talk about, you know, the best band in Buckeye Land. They got an argument to make that they are just that. They're great.
Mrs. Thacker's in the same position I am. She has a great assistant, Mr. Hicks. Mr. Hicks does a great job too, and them together have a really good relationship with their players, with their band members, and they just do a great job. We appreciate them.
And she has energy, enthusiasm, and you can't say enough good things about Rosalind Thacker. Just a passion for that position. We're going to take a break, and we want to thank Team Ford, Team Automotive, where you always have home field advantage. We'll be back after this.
Indian Creek on the move.
They're in the goat house where all the food is.
That's where these guys want to go.
Oh, they're there next. We'll be right back.
When you need electrical work, get it done right by the most qualified electrical contractors and tradesmen around. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. IBEW 246, trained to electrify.
JK Auto Glass is your place for professional auto glass repair or replacement. Our technicians can also recalibrate your forward-facing camera. We're locally owned in Mingo Junction, which means you're taken care of by real people who know your name. We'll even pick up your vehicle and return it to you after your repairs. It couldn't be easier.
For all your glass needs, call JK Auto Glass, where you'll always talk to a live agent, where the difference is clear.
I'm Jamie Bordas. At Bordas & Bordas, we understand that car wrecks can be traumatizing in many ways. Medical bills pile up. You may be without a car. You don't know how to deal with the insurance company. We can help. Our goal is to make the process easier so you can focus on your health while we focus on your case. If you need help after a car wreck, give us a call. It would be our privilege to speak with you.
Bordas and Bordas, fighting for justice.
There's a Vermeer 504R Series baler for every size of hay operation. Are you a part-time hay producer looking for a baler with minimal setup? Go with the 504R Classic baler. Or maybe you're a high-output operator looking for the latest technology. It'll be the 504R Premium baler for you. If you're somewhere in between, that's where the 504R Signature baler comes in. Each one comes with a Vermeer 3-year pickup warranty.
See your local dealer. D&J Sales and Service 8 miles west of Cat is on State Route 22.
When you need electrical work, get it done right by the most qualified electrical contractors and tradesmen around. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers.
IBEW 246, trained to electrify.
Gotta read. And welcome back to Seven Ranges Entertainment, the site for tonight's Sports Friday on the go. Don, I don't need those glasses. I have my own.
All right.
And,
all right.
I'll put them on if you want me to so I can read it a little bit better. Here we go. WVU Medicine, Reynolds Memorial Hospital. WVU Medicine, 175 years of service, providing quality care close to home. And you know what? They have hospitals all over the Ohio Valley. So we have WVU Medicine, Wheeling Hospital. WVU Medicine, 175 years of service, providing quality care close to home. Team Automotive, Team Ford, Team Automotive, where you always have the home field advantage.
And WVU Medicine, Weirton Medical Center as well. And Edgar Snyder and Associates. There's never a fee unless we get money for you. And one thing about Big Red football, everybody plays to the whistle. At Big Red, they play to the echo of the whistle.
Yeah.
And your teams exemplify that.
You're giving us a bad name.
To the echo of the whistle. And that is so true. That's what you teach and put in these guys.
Try to finish it. You know, you got to get everybody in on the play. It's everybody's responsibility. Do your responsibility. If it's reverse, it's the team responsibility.
Who's that number 11
Did
guy?
you show the hit by 54 on that touchdown?
I don't know. I'm seeing some offensive linemen steamrolling people. Hello.
Man. Effie. That 11 guy all over the place on defense.
Yes,
Tell me about him.
Dog. That's all I got to say. He's just a dog.
All right. Fair enough. How about Coach Phillips? He's always a high-energy guy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
He knocked the referee over.
Is that a little juice on the loose?
That was Kaiju on there. This is juice right here. Oh, no, that's Crozier.
And you can't say nothing about Landon.
The best thing about both of them is they can catch a football also. And that's getting so important in football right now, you know. You have to get everybody on the field that can do everything. And that's the two best things about them.
And that was a big stop there in that game.
Coach, the offensive and defensive lines, they make it all go. How good is the group going to be this year for your offensive and defensive linemen?
Well, if they work as hard on their footwork as they worked in the weight room, they should be good. And footwork on the offensive line is the most important thing. It's nothing more important than the proper footwork, the proper first step. You take the first step and get a good first step, and you're gonna finish your block 9 out of 10 times. So that's the most important thing we work on is footwork.
And you talk about defenses. A lot of times, that defense is set up because you got a kicker putting the ball in the end zone, sticking the team on the 20. Just how vital is that?
Well, he committed to West Point, so he must be doing a pretty good job. And we just the best thing to hear on the phone after a kickoff is 1st and 10 on the 20. I like hearing that.
Yep.
And we'll try to get some kicking this year down to close to the goal line, so maybe we can get some inside the 20. And that's what we're going to work on this year a little bit.
And that is Cole Bowers. And here we go. This is what we're talking about, how important. There it is, a kickoff in the end zone. And that really sets the table for your defense. And your coach is pumped up with that as he comes off the field.
It's one of those things the defensive coordinator likes to know, okay, it's going to be on the 20. I can set my defense. I don't have to worry about out at the 40, 45-yard line.
I hope we're not kicking very many field goals, though.
No, I hope not. Touchdown.
But it's
all
good
about
to know you
touchdowns.
can't.
Good to know you can, but hope we don't.
Yep.
So finish the drive. Finish
the drive.
And defensively, you're always talking about make the tackle,
Your team is as good
Get them
as
back put them back in the huddle.
Your team is as good as your senior class. And like Effie said, these guys have been together, and they know what it takes to win. They know what it takes to get on the field. They just got to do it now. And just because you did it last year doesn't mean you're going to do it this year. And a lot of times seniors come back, and they think it's the same old thing, and they just don't give that extra oomph. So we got to get that extra oomph out of all of them and out of ourselves.
Effie, can we get the extra oomph?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you like right now? What are we doing now? What happens now between now and kickoff? Just talk to me about that progression.
We have 2 more days of June. We go Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday in June. In July, we run our 10-day camp, Monday through Thursday. And then we get about 5 or 6 days off, then we get into 2 days. So right now we're just working on the little things, like I said, footwork, fundamentals. And you hear coaches sometimes, or a lot of times after a loss or a bad game, they say we got to get back to fundamentals. If you never leave your fundamentals, you never have to get back to them. So fundamentals are very important, and we try to spend our first 10 or 15 minutes of practice on individual fundamentals. And then when you get into 2 days, you get to spend longer time with that. But right now, we only keep out on the field for an hour after weights. And we go half hour offense, half hour defense, and live for 40 minutes.
We're going to talk about the schedule in a second, but what scrimmages do you guys have lined up?
Our first scrimmage with Warren Harding, our second scrimmage with Menor Lake Catholic.
What do you hope to gain or find out in those scrimmages? Or how do you take those scrimmages? I know from a media person that it was always hard because you'd have like different numbers for every scrimmage and other thing, but that's beside the point.
I think the first time after the first scrimmage, you sort of know who has a chance to fill in the empty spots. And after the second scrimmage, you better know. And like I said, everybody looks good in shorts. But
especially you.
First couple scrimmages, you find out who's the players are. And we had a couple players look good in shorts last year, but really didn't pan out. And hopefully they pan out this year.
Well, let's take a look at this. And right off the gate, you've got Ursuline, a traditional power, the Indian Valley, defending state champ. Talk about your schedule.
Well, the thing we're working on right now is 4 games. Warren Harding, Menor Lake Catholic is our scrimmages, and the first 2 games, Ursuline and Indian Valley. And we haven't been any further than that. But if you want me to talk about it, the last game of the year we go against the best player in the Valley. Got voted the best player in the Valley last year, the back from Wheeling Park. And Dover's always been a great challenge. Mooney.
Coach, real quick on that.
Yeah.
Coach If will be there this year. What's that going to be like to look across the sideline and see somebody else?
Well, he was good. He put Dover in the next level. They've always been good. They're probably in the top 20 in the nation, but he put them in the next level. They never had playoff teams like they've had under him, and he's a good football coach that our fraternity is going to miss.
All right. Well, thanks, Coach.
Okay.
We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Well, absolutely. Feed these guys, would you?
Roll Red.
Roll Red.
Hey, Coach Reno Sawkotch. Up next, it's the Indian Creek Redskins and head coach Andrew Connor. And you're watching. Thank
you, guys.
Absolutely. You're watching Sports Friday. On the go, Bill.
Big Red just breaks it down. They're just out. We're out. We're out.
At Value Leader Pharmacy, we're committed to bringing you more than just prescriptions. We're bringing you convenience. Whether it's our brand new drive-through window or our large selection of over-the-counter products, we're here to serve your needs.
From fast service to compliance packaging and accessible pharmacists, we're always here to make sure that you get the care that you deserve. Visit us at Value Leader Pharmacy, where service meets satisfaction.
Happy 4th of July from Powers Defensive Tactics. Your one-stop shop for everything firearms will be closed on the 4th, but come and see us when we reopen, because as a thank you to our customers and our nation, we'll pay sales tax on all sales on the 5th and 6th. We're a Class 3 dealer offering suppressors and free West Virginia handgun transfers. We also buy, sell, trade, and consign used firearms. So come visit Powers Defensive Tactics, your gun and training headquarters located in Steubenville.
Seven Ranges Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest venue in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
I was the first in my family to go to college.
I was looking to switch careers.
I wanted the highest quality, but most affordable option for a degree.
No matter where you are in life, West Virginia Northern Community College can make your dream of a college degree a reality. With over half of our students being first-generation college students and free tuition for many programs, Northern is the right choice for you.
I can go to college. West Virginia Northern Community College. You belong here.
McAdoo's West in Dallas Pike is now open and ready to serve you 24/7. From flatbeds, light-duty and heavy-duty tow trucks to rotator wreckers, specialty trailers, and 40 to 300-ton cranes, we have the tools for any job. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
Seven Ranges Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest venue in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
Medicine. Here, it's more than a practice. It's a promise. To get you home sooner and get you back out there. To push the boundaries of what convention says is possible. To stop at nothing, no matter what. That's why medicine is in everything we do.
Family owned and operated in the tri-state area since 1965, McAdoo's West is now open in Dallas Pike. With 24/7 service and fast response times, we'll keep your vehicles and projects rolling on schedule, no matter the size. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
Download the Severe Weather Team 9 app today and be prepared.
You're up, Bill.
And welcome back to Seven Ranges Entertainment, Steubenville, the site of tonight's Sports Friday on the Go Media Day. And, of course, it's been on Fox 9 all evening long, 5 to 8. Of course, it'll be all of our streaming channels as well. And tomorrow night, we'll be back here at Seven Ranges Entertainment for night number 3 of high school football talk. Can't believe it's June. This is something new that we're doing. And summer has started, and everybody's talking high school football. Want to remind everybody that some of this portion of the show is brought to you by WVU Medicine, Weirton Medical Center, Powers Defense Tactics, where gun sales meet expert training. West Virginia Northern Community College, fall semester starts August 25th at West Virginia Northern Community College. Choose from programs in healthcare, business, and the trades. Register now and take the next step forward. Lessner Group, your trusted team for accounting, insurance, and financial solutions. M&M Hardware.
Hey, you got the burgers?
Well, I got the grills over at M&M Hardware, so
go.
I can cook the burgers on those grills. You can get them at M&M Hardware. Go see Scott. He'll tell you all about his lock of the week from earlier this year. So if you want to do your summertime grilling, go to M&M Hardware. They have it all for you.
How about IBW Local Union 246? They are trained to electrify.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, we are joined by the Union Creek
Coach,
Redskins.
he's throwing the papers down. You know he's getting serious finally. It's been 2.5 hours.
And
now he's ready to ask the tough questions.
Head coach Andrew Connor. Well, I tell you what, seems just like yesterday I was congratulating you on becoming a head coach, this wet behind ears guy. Now you're one of the old guys.
I am.
What, 23 years?
23 years.
Has it been fun? Has it been exhilarating? Has it been a roller coaster?
It's been rewarding.
Perfect term. As far as the guys here tonight, now we're gonna challenge you. You brought a lot of guys. Name your guys that are here with you tonight.
Okay, we'll start here. Okay,
my favorite dentist,
Ian Starkey. Okay, Adam Ray, Samaje White, Xavier Vines, Jackson Pitts, Nyshawn White, Bruce Major, Jordan Hines, Luke McMillian, Ethan Starr, Maverick Woodbury, Gavin Pinnell, Noah Fowler, Joey Lopez.
Nice.
Good job,
nice.
Coach.
Well done. Well
Pinnell.
done.
I always scoop that one up.
Coach just sat down like, I'm done. All right.
I'm done. That's it.
I turn it over to the dentist.
Yeah.
We're good.
Hey, you know what? You might want to stop at Ferguson's Furniture and check this stuff out. This is comfortable outside.
Yeah.
I could kick my feet back and just relax and let you two guys talk.
All right.
This is outdoor living on the veranda at its finest. Anyway, football this year. What can this group do well in football teams once they kick things off?
I think the biggest thing is, I think last year we made the turn back to playing physical football again. And I think that's something we're going to hold as the most important part of our season coming up. I think they've embraced the fact that it is important to make sure the other team knows they played you on Saturday morning. And I think for a couple years there, we kind of got away from our culture. I think our culture has always been a tough nose. Here we come. We can run the football. We can play good defense. And I think we got back to that last year. I think the kids saw how great it was to win. You know, some of these guys had gone through those seasons prior to that where we took our lumps, okay? And I think last year we felt, enough's enough. And I think we can build off of that. I think they see how much talent is here. I think they see, what they could do. And I think our goal was pretty simple, game by game, week by week, continue to get better. And I thought last year we got better as the season went.
You've always liked that power smash mouth lineup in the bone and pound it at you.
Yeah, but I think we got away from some of the stuff that we did. And I think last year, we brought Midnight Madness back. We hit on the very first day you were allowed to hit at midnight. The kids did a great job with it. We stayed overnight in the gym, kind of a bonding thing. I think we do a good job with our scrimmage, our inter-squad scrimmage, our red gold game.
Yeah.
And I think putting that all together in 72 hours really kind of challenges you. I mean, that sleep in the gym is not the most comfortable sleep. You got to get back up and practice the next morning. But I think our kids accept that. I think the kids last year, we had a really good senior class. They helped us get turned around. But the group that I got here, I think they saw, what our potential was. I think, we saw the 2 games we lost. We were in both of those games. And I think, we look at this year as, we want to have a special season like we had in 2019. And I think these guys understand that the community's behind us. We have a great community. The people at Indian Creek, they enjoy coming to football Fridays. Our place is always packed. I think our kids want to represent the district in the best possible way. And, I love these guys. I think these guys know what it takes. And I think these guys are, just on the cusp of something big.
What do you think about these guys? What do you think about this group? And Coach gave you guys some accolades, but as a guy it's in it, and you're the leader on the team, driving that bus. What do you think? What do you like about this group? And what do you like about the group? And what do you think you guys can improve on as you work towards the season?
Well, what I really like is our returning offensive linemen. They're going to keep me safe. So I like that.
Perfect answer.
Right.
Quarterback answer right there. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love those guys. Yeah, they're going to do what they can to keep me safe. Yeah. So probably just looking to improve on the passing game too. Work that in instead of getting out of the bone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now what about the defense? When you're watching the defense and when you're out on the field helping out, what do you see from your defense?
Well, yeah. Hopefully I don't have to go out on the field too much, and we're right back on the field on offense. So watching the defense do well and shutting teams out is always great.
All right, Don.
Well, we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, it's the CA House Music Band, and we're going to hear all about, I'm telling you, one of the best bands around, the Indian Creek Marching Band. We'll tell you everything you need to know with what's going on with them when we come back.
When you need electrical work, get it done right by the most qualified electrical contractors and tradesmen around. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers.
IBEW 246, trained to electrify.
So, what do you think?
It is amazing how smoothly and quickly you get it to go up and down every single time.
I know, right? Wait a minute. You are talking about me, aren't you?
The garage door.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Offering the highest quality garage doors and openers combined with expert installation and services. A superior garage door and opener installation is just a call away. C&R Garage Doors, a Clopay and LiftMaster authorized dealer.
Goldberg, Persky & White has helped thousands of victims of asbestos exposure. But who exactly are these victims? They're more than steel workers, chemical plant workers, and other tradesmen. They're your family, friends, neighbors, even you. Hardworking individuals who are now suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma. GPW attorneys understand the personal toll these illnesses take and work to secure justice for victims and their families. For a free consultation, call 1-800-COMPLEX or visit gpwlaw.com.
Best of luck to all football players, band members, cheerleaders, and coaching staff from Dan Stevens State Farm Insurance. Call Dan Stevens at 740-633-5433 or 740-264-4449 to make an appointment today and have a great season.
At Rorig Financial, we always put you first, making your dreams a reality with a smart financial plan. We work for you, not Wall Street. Whatever you're saving for, college, retirement, a beach house, we can help you and your family throughout your lifetime.
When you need electrical work, get it done right by the most qualified electrical contractors and tradesmen around. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers.
IBEW 246, trained to electrify.
And welcome back, everybody, to Sports Friday on the Go, Media Days style, and that is a look at the Goat House here at Seven Ranges Entertainment. And how about this, Don? WVU Medicine, Weirton Medical Center, a proud sponsor of this portion of the show. And you've got Smith Oil. Download the Smith app today. Smith Oil gets you where you are going.
And JK Auto Glass. Experience for yourself why the difference is clear with JK Auto Glass. And Seven Ranges Entertainment. Head to Seven Ranges in Steubenville and unleash the fun. We're going to unleash the fun here in a second. We're going to talk about the Indian Creek Marching Band. But before we do, head coach Andrew Connor, that band has such a big part of the atmosphere at Kettlewell Stadium. When I say Indian Creek Marching Band, what do you say?
Awesome 12th man.
Awesome 12th man. There you go. We're going to hear from Don Llewellyn, the band director, to talk about that awesome 12th man.
I'm just excited that my numbers are getting back up, and having a bigger band out on the field always generates, a lot of excitement in the crowd. So that's what I'm most excited for. When we got here, we had 22 kids in band, and I had no idea how I was going to be able to get the numbers to where they should be. In past numbers with former directors were in the hundreds, and I leaned on the community for support. The Indian Creek Foundation, the Puglisi Foundation, all of those helped us with money. And after probably about 4 years, we had 100 kids in band, and probably 3 years after that, we had about 165 kids in band. The community helps us tremendously with the fundraisers that we do. They buy our products. They help the kids raise money. We raised probably through the community with Puglisi help $180,000 for uniforms. And then just recently, last year and the year before, we bought a $26,000 drumline and a $38,000 tuba line, all with the help of community, kids selling things, the support, donations. So we thank you very much.
People in it, their personalities, their kindness, how active they all are, I always feel like I'm included in it.
Yeah, it's definitely the people. It's a lot of the students, but it's also the parents. Like all of the help we get at band camp, we really couldn't do anything without them.
We have 115 this year. We're still recovering from our COVID numbers, but our class sizes that we're starting are about 75, 80 kids. Back pre-COVID, when we were starting kids during COVID, it was under 40. So we're almost doubling that size now. So I would say in the next 3 years, we'll probably be around 150. They've always had, clear back with Dom DeLuca, who was here like 33 years. And then after him, Doug Eckley, and then myself, a strong band program. It just made it easier when I got here for me to fill in their shoes and keep things going the way they did things. And now we're not doing the marching competition like we used to. We're more of a show band since I've gotten here, and we dance. So we added that. But all the traditions and everything that was strong before, we still instill that in the kids. Our first show is going to be a popular show, and then our second show will be a little bit more of an older show for the older adults, and then we do a senior show that the seniors pick out, and it's something they've done in the 4 years that they are here. So they pick three songs, and then they design their own dance for that when we get to that. And we throw in a homecoming song as the year's going on whenever that week hits.
My favorite would have to be our second song in the first show, which is All of the Lights by Kanye West. I actually got to pick that one because the seniors get to vote on the songs that we do, but that's my favorite.
My favorite would probably be the third song in that show, Runaway Baby by Bruno Mars.
We like to rock and roll with plug and play, more of the same. So if you like what we're doing, you're going to get more of that. If you don't, I'm sorry. But come out and see us anyway.
Of course.
And absolutely a phenomenal marching band, Coach.
They are.
So if you get a chance to go to a Creek game, make sure you check
Absolutely.
out the band. Billy.
And you know what? The band's probably checking out CA House Music. Come to CA House Music and play music for life. And also Ohio Valley Honda. Ohio Valley Honda, great cars, great service, great people. Team Ford, Team Automotive, where you always have home field advantage.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time.
Seven Ranges Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest menu in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
Tired of paying full price at the pump? With Smith Oil's mobile app, you get rewarded every time you fuel up, get exclusive rewards, and save money all in one place. It's not just about gas. There are even rewards for drinks and more inside the store. Saving money has never been so easy or rewarding. Download the Smith Oil app today and start earning rewards that fuel your journey. Smith Oil, fuel up, save more, smile bigger.
The following are based on actual accidents.
Honey, have you seen the cat? Honey, call Rumor Loudon.
Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
And welcome back to Sports Friday on the Go. Media Days from Seven Ranges Entertainment in Steubenville. You're finding it on Fox 9. We'll be here again tomorrow night from 5 to 8 as well, and you can catch all of that, more high school football action.
Come out. People could come out, stand out here to watch us.
Bring the family, bring the friends.
Friday night with us. I mean, come on, let's go.
Anything better than that? Well, you know what's good? WVU Medicine, Weirton Medical Center. Also, how about M&M Hart? You get the burgers?
I love burgers. You got the grill, man.
I do. And, if you don't have a grill and you need some burgers, you can go talk to Scott over at M&M Hardware. They've got the grills to cook those burgers at M&M Hardware for all your summer grilling needs, Don.
And RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you. And Presley Hearing Center, where hearing care is health care. We're with head coach Andrew Connor of the Indian Creek Redskins. And Mr. Quarterback here, Ian Starkey. In 3 or 4 words, describe your coach.
Prepared. You know, he loves us so much. He'll do anything for us. So, yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Describe your quarterback.
Versatile. Makes good decisions when we give him the chance to do it. Can run the ball, which he tells me all the time. And can throw the ball and got better throwing it as the year went.
Well, let's take a look at some video from games from last year here in a second. And one thing with you guys, it seemed like every week, man, you were in a Donnybrook in a game down to the wire and so forth. So here he is. Hey, he can run the football. Oh, good little play action there, little rollout. What are we looking at here, Ian?
A little touchdown to Kyle Schultz.
Guys, don't be bashful. We can describe these things. Here we go. Coach, what are we calling on this one?
Right here, we just have off tackle there to Gavin against Harrison last year.
And pronounce his last name for me.
Panal. Little fake here.
Little fake.
Good job of blocking right there. We had a pancake right there.
Yeah, Ian, how good is your offensive line going to be?
Great. They're going to be great.
This is nice.
That's
here.
A game winner.
Wow.
Against Edison.
And you've got new uniforms this year?
Mm-hmm. New whites, right to honest.
You guys always seem to play a tough game with Brooke.
We do.
You know, one of those games where no one runs away and hides. It's always tough and hard nosed.
Well, that goes back. Remember the year Brooke won the state title and Wintersville beat
Big stand right there for us.
Yeah, and they had this shirt to say Wintersville, West Virginia state champs. I don't know if you remember that.
No, that's pre me.
That's years ago.
That's pre me.
No, that was years ago. But what I really like looking at that, the opponents. A lot of local opponents on your schedule, and that's great to see.
We do. We play all 10 OVAC schools. We're in the Buckeye 8. We try to play most of the Buckeye 8, whether it's in our division or we cross over with the other teams. And, you know, we think that brings people to the games. I mean, look at our schedule. You know, all those games right there are games where when you look across on the visiting side, there's going to be people in the stands. I think that's what our kids want to do. They want to play in front of, you know, a lot of people, and they want to play against schools they can follow and they know about.
You know, the great thing, Coach, I think the longest trip you make is to Cambridge. That's maybe an hour.
And that's a TV game.
It is.
That's a TV game, but the rest of them, everybody's right around the corner. You can hit rocks with some of the schools if you threw it hard enough. How does that help in terms of, you know, keeping your guys focused? Because I imagine you get a little hate, little dislike for the other team, and they're just down the road. Some bragging rights. I mean, so I'd imagine that helps with the motivation. You don't have to really do extra.
It does. I think it also helps because these guys know those kids. I mean, whether they played in the BMC against them or whether they follow them in other sports because we play them in other sports. I just think it makes it, like I said, it draws more interest not only for our football program, but for the people around. I think when you go to those games, you know, you could say that each of those games is somewhat of a rivalry.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
go down through each of them. Somewhere along the line, we have a rivalry against them, and I think that's important.
I'm sure there's some wagers going on with the parents, like, hey, you guys are taking us to dinner if because they know everybody. Like you said, everybody knows each other. Another thing is something we were talking about quite a bit last night. We didn't really bring it up much tonight. 16 playoff teams in Ohio the last few years, whittled it down to 12. Top 4 teams get a bye. Do you like where the state is going with that? Do you like the move to reduce it, or would you rather kept it at 16?
Well, I look at it two ways. You know, last year I thought we had a really good football team. We finished 13th. So, you know, we would have not had the opportunity to play in the playoffs. But I also think, you know, you want it to be a reward. You know, I liked it when it was 8 because I thought 8 kind of made it more of a reward to get in, harder to get in. But I think 12 is a good number. You know, I think the coaches, we wanted that. I think you get rewarded with a game where you get a bye, coaching staff can go scout. Kids can get a little rested. I think that's a pretty good number with the number 12.
And the expectations for Indian Creek is that top 12, at least.
Yeah, our expectation is, you know, we're going to have a good season. I mean, we're not going to try to hide. Last year, I think we started to go back to that, which was, you know, we feel that we put the time, we put the work in. We got good kids. I feel like I have a very, very good coaching staff. Yeah, I think we have all the parts. We just got to get the parts to mesh together. But we're expecting, and I think that's the important part, to get our program back, you have to raise the expectations. Our expectation is, you know, we're going to make the postseason. Our expectation is we just don't want to get there. Like we were happy last year. I think we got there because it had been 2-3 years we hadn't been there. that's not good enough. I think we're working towards doing something special. We want to have a special season like 2019. I think that's what the kids have all said they want to do, and we're not kind of backing away from that. We expect good things. We have a good nucleus. The kids behind me, they've played. They've gone through the bad. They saw what the good was. Okay, I think we want to take it above just being good.
Let's be great.
Well, they were
great.
tested because it seemed like we most of your games were on our On the Go show, and it seemed like every week, man, it was a dogfight, tight game, down to the wire. That Edison was a game-winning touchdown there. St. Clairsville was one that was down to the wire. Well, after all the rain delays, I think Union Local may have been another one. It just seemed like week after week, you guys were in tight ball games. How much will that help you as a team this year?
Well, yeah, it really gets us prepared because, I mean, they're going to come this year too. So
you know how to win.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's the important part. I think the important part was our seniors did a good job leading us last year. I think these guys now understand it's their turn. You know, and I think when you have a good culture, I think when you understand where your program wants to be, then your kids live with those expectations. We expect to be good. It's their job now to go out and execute that. And I think last year we made big plays on both offense and defense when we needed them. I think our kids played hard. I think our kids had fun again. You know, when you watched us play, our kids were having fun. I think that's the number one thing. If you're not having fun doing this, I don't know why you're doing it.
Well, you have two rules. You have two rules. Have fun and try your best. You do those two rules, follow those two rules, everything's going to work out. Now, my question for you is, we talked about you being around for some time now. What gets you stoked that keeps that fire burning that, hey, all right, going to be getting up early, going to be going to do some lifting, we're going to be sleeping on a floor while everybody else has mattresses that they're bringing in, apparently. Well, you're roughing it on the floor.
No, I had a mattress. I'm not going to sit act any tougher than anybody else was.
Okay.
I don't want the kids calling me out. I had a mattress.
But what is it that keeps you going, that gets the juices flowing, ready to go and get out there and do it for another season?
I think it's the honor of being the head football coach at Indian Creek. You know, I think when I got the job 23 years ago, you know, I said to myself, you know, I have an opportunity here, and I think I've never stopped believing that I have the best job in the world in high school football. And I look at the kids I've got, and I think for 23 seasons, I've had the best kids you could ask for. I think I have great assistant coaches and a great community. That gets me going. I think Friday night, coming through that tunnel at Indian Creek, having the noise, running towards the band, that's it. I mean, I think that would be the greatest thing I'll miss is that Friday night walk from the locker room through the tunnel, getting the kids ready, and then leading them out in the field. That is what kind of still gets the fire going.
Ian, you nodded your head when he talked about going up through the tunnel and heading out to the field.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing for you guys?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Getting stoked, getting ready to play.
Well, it won't be long. And we thank you guys for joining us. Head coach Andrew Connor.
Stay healthy and have a great season, guys.
The Indian Creek Redskins have a great season.
Thanks a lot for having us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Our pleasure.
And thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back here again tomorrow night from 5 until 8 with more of the Sports Friday on the go.
On the go.
High school football media days. And, Bill, some of our sponsors for tonight, if you please.
All right, here we go. I'm going to put the glasses on. Here we go. All right. Powers Defensive Tactics. Powers Defensive Tactics, where gun sales meet expert training. WV Northern Community College fall semester starts August 25th at West Virginia Northern Community College. Choose from programs in healthcare, business, and the trades. Register now and take the next step forward.
For Bill Phillips, I'm Don Sloan. Good night, everybody. We will see you.
RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is celebrating our first year with our amazing customers. It's our 1-year anniversary sale. We are turning up the savings. Experience the next level of customer service